Duncan
Yeah.
will catch up when he gets
Yep.
here.
Catches him. You know, we're gather recording. This is like this session like eight,
9.
8 or 9. So, last time the wonderful adventurers, um, I don't remember. What'd you guys
Yeah,
do?
we learned about the cult of Nomen,
Mm,
Hmm.
which seems to be related to the spire we found, and they are trying to they're using it to kind of, it seems like they're using it as a money making scheme where they're selling these people these trinkets that are supposed to protect them from upwellings of the ground. um, so I mean they're working because no upwellings have occurred.
yes, it has not been proven
But
to would not be false to work.
and then we while we were investigating that, we met a gal, Threll, uh, Rustos from the Plostov charter somewhere to the south.
Indeed.
And she had come up to make a peaceful negotiation with us regarding exploration and, well, uh, I guess studying the spire.
And did you guys already tell her about her husband?
Yes, she told us that he had come earlier, and after we went down to make sure things were okay at the spire and set up a guard post there, and we met uh, some stone cutters from the Aspis Consortium sponsored charter, the Celestine Charter, came from the opposite hemisphere of the planet, so they must have flown in on a spaceship or something. And
Came to steal our shit.
Yeah, we kicked them out because they wanted to just take the rock. They wanted to cut it apart and take the spire away. And we said, no, 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 we're going to leave it right here. We'll investigate it here, and you're not welcome. Take a hike. And then we continued, we were exploring the final hexes of our charter, down, well, most of them down uh, southwest of the mountain range. And in one of them, we found Alcib Rustos, Threll's husband. And unfortunately, he was killed by uh, a natural disaster or creatures. I don't remember which.
Yeah, we found his body. Oh, sorry.
Wow. How
No.
alarming.
Yes. We found his body, right, and I think we looted it.
I think she agreed that we could have his gear.
Oh, good.
But she was happy that we had found him to give her closure so that there weren't questions still lingering. Um, and that's pretty much all we got to last time, I think.
Yay.
And Scrove, you were asking about what our completed projects are. There is a note in the notes called Sanctuary, where I'm keeping track of everything with our charter and our settlements and stuff.
That's where it's at. Okay, I couldn't
We
find
currently have a forest and aquatic resource nodes and a religious institute.
Oh, dude, there's a parcel button on the under the campaign tab on the right hand side,
Yeah.
and that like has loot and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, we see you have shared events for slug infestation.
Yeah. Anyways,
Which we've already taken that.
so when you get when you get the body back to the Threll, she says gives you her gratitude, and she says thank you, and she's like, here, I got this from my service fighting against the corpse fleet, and she gives you a disruptive weapon fusion seal 3rd level.
Does anyone use bludgeoning handheld?
There you go. I dumped it into the party sheet. So is the 30th?
Yeah, probably. So this disruptive fusion weapon seal only works on melee bludgeoning weapons.
Only on bludgeoning?
So that's pretty much
So
Kadia's
anyone use
thing.
those?
No, mine. I think mine's piercing.
Hmm.
I'm gonna check to make sure, but pretty sure it's piercing.
I mean, that's basically a baton.
Clubs.
Yeah, clubs. I wouldn't use a club. They're archaic.
All up in the club.
Ooh, ooh.
You know, mine's piercing, unfortunately.
Oh man, well you want to hold on to it then, just in case you get a better club.
What do you mean?
Well,
Sure.
You can't usually inject things with bludgeoning weapons
No. For anybody that uses
for the biohacker
clubs,
thing.
it might not be bad for me to pick up a baton. I don't have any bludgeoning weapons right now. I don't think I can put it on my. I don't think I can put it on Eco, so because he's not technically a weapon. So
negative.
I could probably pick up a baton though. They're pretty cheap, and then. I mean, we haven't run into much undead, but I'm sure there's an Eoxian charter on this planet somewhere.
Oh, I don't remember. Is there?
I'll pick up a baton because it's an operative weapon. So
All right.
Not that it matters, but you guys are back here at the end. You guys want to just knock out your charter turn?
Sure.
It's probably for the best.
All right. So charter turn, upkeep phase. Okay.
Our current resources are 1d6 plus 2d4. I rolled 10 resource units for this month. Costs us 4 to maintain
Holy hell.
the settlement. Holy hell, what?
Nothing. I just almost had a heart attack.
Oh no.
No, I'd be okay. Okay, so you got your settlement
almost
die
really?
plus your resource units. So you guys have how much resource units? 10?
10. But we have to pay 6. Or we have to pay 4. So we're down to 6.
You have to pay 4 because of your size, right?
Correct. Pay upkeep. Spend resource units equal to the size. Or increase unrest by a d4.
Well, it's
I
the
don't really wanna
projects
increase
phase
unrest.
first.
No, that's all in the upkeep.
No, it's upkeep phase.
we were saving resource units to make something.
Oh yeah, charter downtime activities.
We had some deal where we could get charter units or resource units to make something, but we haven't taken advantage of it yet.
Oh yeah, the resource
was
units
for the
towards the construction of
flowers.
a ley line network, library, or nature
Yeah.
preserve.
Yeah, that was our charter relationships. You know what? I should put the ones for our relationships with the Celestine Charter and the Plustoff Charter in here.
Yeah, probably.
I will do that.
Does anybody have any particular charter activity they would like to do?
You mean like the week long stuff, downtime things?
Yeah, because this takes a week to do. We're doing to do this charter turn.
Who runs the charter? That was usually Duncan. I don't remember his character's name now.
Somebody else is gonna have to do it then.
Well, he can do it. He doesn't have to be here to
Yes,
do
you
it.
do. Okay, he's doing meditation for all we know right now.
No, for goodness sake.
All right. Well, I'm not going to do anything else. So, I mean,
I'm sure you guys don't.
What,
We don't really need to do it anyway. We don't really.
Yeah, we don't have anything like
There's
that
no.
would have some sort of ongoing effect, right? That
Yeah, you don't got like
I'm
any
just not
unrest
thinking
or
of.
anything. You don't have anything too bad going on right now. So I mean,
right. I mean, we need to perform administrative duties so that we can do resource collection and
yeah.
choose
So
projects.
somebody is doing that. So I guess Duncan can do it.
Brian will do it. He doesn't care.
Okay, whatever.
He
Let's
doesn't have
see.
any other downtime
So you
activities.
played, paid your upkeep. Okay. And
We have no adjustments needed for unrest.
adjust your unrest.
So upkeep is done.
Okay, if you charge unrest, okay, so yeah, but no one need to worry about to adjust. The real question is, do I have to roll an event?
Nah.
Well, we do charter projects first.
Okay, charter projects first.
So
Let's build that library. We have enough for it to be built. It needs to culture.
well, we don't really need culture.
No,
We need
it
a
requires
core.
2 culture. It gives +1 magic, +1 technology.
Ooh.
So you guys have a religious institute, right?
Well, we don't have enough to build the library.
It's free.
It
8
requires
points.
8.
Yeah, but we get 8 points for the
Yeah.
nature reserve thing.
The Nightwood people give
No,
you
no,
guys
the-
8 towards the construction of a Leyland Network, library, or nature preserve.
Oh, okay, yeah. The
So it would be
I thought it
free.
was just okay. So we could have them provide the units for the library,
Yeah, and they'd come over here and come give it to you guys.
and then we could do one other thing and save some of our own resource units.
Residential improvements only cost 6.
Or you can claim a hex, right?
Well, I think we want to claim a hex so that we can keep moving and have our influence, and perhaps set up another settlement somewhere.
Don't you worry. We're gonna get a bunch of charter turns and done in today. So
Yeah, I have a feeling. I think
Where
do
it
we
says
want-
A was a good spot and J was a good spot, or was it
yeah,
O?
A and J were our good spots,
Yes.
and I'm thinking I don't know if we want.
and then the mouth of the river is the beginning of the
5
river is where
items.
the freaking spire is. If you want to claim that before douche nozzles get to it.
Oh, you're saying
We send out guards over there.
Yeah, but that's
Take
not
this
the
hex
same
here.
thing as claiming it as a part of your charter.
you're talking
Yeah, right, yeah.
that hex right there.
Yeah, isn't there like a feat that lets you claim 2 hexes in a turn? I forget what it is.
There is, but it's an advanced project.
I think Duncan was gonna. I don't remember.
You need to build an elite reclamation team,
Okay.
which the elite reclamation team requires 5 culture, 7 magic, 7 techs, and 22 resource units.
Okay,
to
so
build.
one of the projects you're definitely doing is the library, right?
Yeah, I guess we're going to do the library this month.
Okay, so make
I
sure.
think we need to start working on our accord as well.
Well, residential improvements and restaurant quarters are 2 things that we can build that'll increase accord by 1 each. Restaurant quarters also increases eco by 1, and they both cost 6.
Okay, well, we're not doing them this month.
Well, which month? What are you doing this month then?
Well, we want to claim a hex, so then we're down to 5 resource units. If we don't claim a hex, we're behind.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-mm.
I'd rather claim a hex and save 5 resource units for next month.
Can we claim a hex and build a resource node?
But you're one of the projects is providing
It
the
depends on
library.
whether or not the library is one of our 2 projects, or if because it's being built by someone else.
No, I think it's free, but it counts as one of your projects.
Yeah, so it's one of our 2 projects is the library.
You see the rub there, Scrove? Wait, is it a? You can choose 2. Wait. You can do 2 basic projects and 1 advanced project, right?
We can do 2 projects, one of which can be an advanced project.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for,
Basic,
was because I
but
thought the same thing
one
Mike did.
Okay. So it's just 2 projects, and only one of them can be an advanced.
Yeah, so
Right.
let's claim a hex this time, then, and build the library.
I concur.
Okay.
Rock on.
So and make sure you're changing that little document there.
I wish they'd put it all together in the same spot, so I didn't have to go looking at different
Yeah.
locations
It,
for.
it would be great. It's all in one place in the book.
That doesn't help.
I know. I can't wait, honestly, to see Drift Crisis. Because it'd be kind of cool, like, if all of a sudden you guys can use Drift.
The library gives us +1 magic, +1 tech.
Yeah.
The books I have is the core book, First Contact, and Dead Sons 1. That's all I own.
That's a pretty good. That's pretty good. I just been getting the PDFs. It's like $10 for the core for the rules for the different books. So I do like how Pathfinder 2 is actually like doing like pocket size books for all their freaking main books, which is great because I love those things. It's just too bad I don't
got
play
those.
freaking Pathfinder 2.
Oh.
If
Pathfinder
if
2.
Starfinder released all their core books in freaking in pocket size, I'd buy them because they're
Pretty sure Starfinder has the core books in pocket size.
yeah, and I have that. I have that one.
Okay. They just don't have all of them.
No, because
done that way.
if they did that by default, then I would definitely. I mean, I have 2 core rule books up there. They're full size because one of them had the binding that was pulling away from first run,
Mm.
and then so I got the free freaking copy sent to me. But, yeah. All right, so you guys are going to do the library and then claim a hex. Which hex are you claiming? I
The
need to
question
know.
is, which way do we want to go? I
Go
think
for
we
the tower, the obelisk first, and then we can branch off because there's only like 2 or 3 from the obelisk for each one of the other places.
Okay, so you're saying head to the obelisk?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just take the next water hex to the southwest from our current claimed hexes.
Okay, now I just need to figure out which thingy it is. There we go. Ha! It's the right one.
Hello.
Hello, sorry about that.
Nope, it's cool. We're just trying to do charter turn without you, without the administrator.
Oh,
Brian
Jeez.
Well-
covered.
my job's pretty easy. It's just do the administrative job. I don't really have anything else to do.
Are you like business kitty? Business, business, business. Numbers,
No,
numbers, numbers.
I'm the one that's grumbling doing paperwork the entire time, but has done it so much they get way too good not to do it.
You're the personnel clerk that everybody's just like, oh man, we hate you.
But again, I'm going to be too good at the job for them to not.
It's like Liam Neal. It's like was it freaking Liam and was it not Liam Nielsen? Freaking who plays
Leslie
Obi-Wan?
Nielsen.
No, who plays freaking Obi-Wan?
Ewan McGregor
Yeah,
or
Ewan
Alec
McGregor.
Guinness.
Ewan McGregor. It's like Ewan McGregor and freaking Black Hawk Down. Can you type? We need to hurry up and get the rest of these hexes explored so I can delete these damn yellow ones.
Well, we've only got.
Don't we only have like 2 left?
How about this? I'm gonna move the ones. I'm gonna move the hexes down to the ones you haven't explored yet.
Well, there you go. Yeah, everything's explored except for the yellow ones,
See?
and that's just the 5 on the bottom row.
Yep.
So looking through this, we need to build a shopping center for +1 accord in eco, a restaurant quarter for +1 accord in eco,
So you guys can like.
and
I think a government
residential.
seat and a waste disposal plant would be easy to make too.
I don't know what it means by charter.
Slut trench.
We have a charter. I mean,
Oh, so yeah, but
We
it's
have a
under
charter.
the tech requirements is charter.
well, that's because Archives of Nethys made it funny. I went and downloaded the actual thing. So the waste disposal unit, the waste disposable plant,
yeah, the actual
is
book is
one-
nice.
economy, and 1 tech. And the requirements are charter, and then it costs 6, and it's +1 accord.
Okay, so as long as we have a charter, we can have that.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Because like there's some things you can do and not have a charter, I guess.
Well, I mean, a settlement technically requires a charter, but it's a more specific thing. I mean, claiming a hex, all you have to do is have a hex to make it a nature preserve. So
Oh, I see. Scrolling up, I can see other places that have charter and special and stuff.
it specifically says under reading the table charter, you can only construct this project once for any given charter. Okay, so there you go. You can only do it once, and you gain its benefit as long as the charter exists. So if it says charter, you can only build it once.
And it doesn't have to be built in a resource or a settlement.
Correct. It can be, in whatever in a hex that you have claimed for your settlement, or everything gets placed in hex at some point. I guess it just doesn't matter where it is.
Okay, this is bothering me. Why is there a space between the Religious Institute and the Nightwood Golden Library?
Oh,
This is
I know
line
why. I can
spacing.
fix it.
Line spacing is really bothering me.
If you do Shift Enter, it'll
Oh, okay.
it'll take out the. It makes it more of a list than a paragraph separation.
Gotcha.
I just didn't realize I hadn't done that right.
Well, this is going to free up a little bit more RAM, getting rid of all these images. Except, it's not that it matters. I only have like 32 gigs of RAM.
I only have half that.
Yeah. There we go. I'm happy. Okay, so what we finished the upkeep. We did the unrest, okay. Then we did the stupid building thing. Okay, now we gotta do downtime activities. Or events. I have to do the events now.
Events.
Okay. So it's like a 15% chance.
We had no event last month, so we're at 15%.
So I have to roll a secret roll. How do I roll a secret roll?
We did have an event last month. Do you have the tower up on your screen?
I don't.
Then you just roll on the chat window and it's secret.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, as long as if you don't see the tower, then that means GM rolls are hidden.
Okay, so percent.
And if you right click on the D10,
Okay.
you can find a percentile there.
Okay, there's no event this month. So it's going to be what, 38% next time?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's how that works.
All right, so no event. Okay, no event resolution needed. Upkeep. We already did that, didn't we?
We already did upkeep. We're done. Events is the last.
We've actually done. We're done. Okay. Cool. We finished this thing. Okay, so it's been 7 days. Let me go ahead and advance. 1, 2. Okay. Well, actually, let me put an event here, so you guys know. Event turn start.
Hey, I don't remember. Wasn't there a thing we wanted to do with like setting up some sort of security at the thing, or is the woman whose dead husband we found doing that?
She sent some people to help out, I think.
Yeah, we
Okay.
sent
Yeah, we sent
our
our-
scout to keep an eye on things.
And
Okay.
the other guy that became undead in the radio tower. incident.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
just checking. It just suddenly popped to my head, and I thought if we're doing a bunch of time passage, we should make sure to remember that.
Well, we're not doing too much time passage yet, but
About a week.
Well, at least some.
Well, so it's now the 6th of Rova. Would you guys like to do your charter turn now for this month?
May as well.
Okay. So, Orthis, are you still going to perform administrative duties?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me add an event here.
One more level and I can get some free time as well.
Charter turn start. Okay. So, step 1.
anyone want to roll for our upkeep?
1d6, 2d4.
Yes.
Correct.
Go for it.
Boom. Boom.
Very nice roll. 11 points added to our 5 gives us 16.
Okay.
Minus 5 for our size takes us to
Yeah.
11.
So we have 11.
And we minimize unrest.
Do you minimize unrest?
Yeah, we do that by paying the resource units for upkeep.
Oh. Wait, if you don't spend upkeep, then you gain unrest?
Correct. We have the option to not spend resource units for upkeep, and then we would gain a D4 unrest. So, like, if for some reason you don't have enough resource units, you would
Or
gain
you-
unrest instead.
Or
Nice.
you need to save them all to build something really important.
Right.
Okay, that's clever. All right, so step 2. It's a project phase.
So we're going to claim a hex and then build either the shopping district or the restaurant quarter. They both cost
Sure.
6, and they both give +1 accord and +1 economy.
Ooh. We should definitely build the shopping district.
Hello, shopping center.
At least that's what Fairbanks is going to vote for. 100%.
Yes.
Get in, bitch.
Yeah, I'm
We're
fine
going
with that.
shopping.
Shopping center's fine.
Which hex would you like to claim?
The one directly west of our most southerly hex.
Oh, okay. Okay. West it is.
Hey, so Fairbanks, what's the name of our shopping center? Fairbanks Shopping Center?
Oh, no, that I would never want to
Fairbanks Plaza.
self-aggrandize so much. Perhaps we could call it,
Buy
let's
your
see.
shit.
Maybe we could put it here along the bank of the lake here, as it were, the shore, the bank.
Is the bank?
No.
Is it
And
fair?
we should make sure that all the deals at the shopping center
Are
are
fair.
well appropriate. So we could call it the Fair Bank, or the shopping center at the Fair Bank. That seems quite reasonable, yes?
Seems
And it's quite nice here as well.
seems very
Gotcha.
fair.
So the Fairbanks Shopping Center is being erected.
Yeah, that's right. But it's nothing to do with me personally.
Correct. That costs us 6 resource units, and the flaming, so we're down to 4 resource units. Ta-da! I guess we need to. I mean,
Thanks
we
for the
have a
alley-oop,
settlement,
Phil.
right?
You what?
We have a settlement, right? I mean, I've got settlements none.
Yes, we
but
have a settlement.
we have our initial settlement, which is sanctuary.
Yes.
I guess we're the New Horizon Charter, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I guess New Horizons is the name of the planet. They gave out New Horizon charters.
Yeah, I thought we named our
We
charter.
are the Starfinder charter for the planet, and then we named our settlement, our capital,
Yes.
Sanctuary.
It's complicated.
We should probably at some point create a Starfinder Society Lodge.
Yeah. I'm sure they expect that eventually.
Yeah.
For culture, for magic. So we're out there. But I'm just curious if we have to actually create a settlement, or
What does giving you a settlement do besides giving more dice to roll?
well, the settlement. I mean, there's things that require settlements. Other than that, I'm not sure what to do about that.
Yeah, are we considered a settlement yet, or just a charter?
Well, a new settlement is claimed by your charter. Okay. So
Oh,
I'm assuming that you
No,
just...
step 5 is establish first settlement. We have a settlement.
okay. Okay, so the biggest difference is for requirements between charters and settlements. settlement ones we can build as many as we want as long as we have a new settlement to put it in. Charters, you can only make one between all the settlements we have.
Now it says
I believe.
establish new settlements. Says the cost is 10 resource units plus 10 resource units for every settlement you already have.
Right. So our second settlement
It
is
costs 20
resource units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
But
get
I
an
think
additional die.
The original one. Do we have?
If you go to the rules for it, it's part of making the charter is establishing the first settlement.
Yeah.
And then
charter creation steps.
yeah, it's step 5.
So we have a settlement.
Establish first settlement.
Named
we have a settlement
Sanctuary.
named Sanctuary,
Yeah.
which is the same name as our charter.
Yes, it's like New York, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So if you wanted to establish a new settlement, the only benefit for that would be to get an additional settlement die.
I think
Anyone want to name the lake?
Lake Placid.
Lake nothing. We found nothing there.
Lake Titicaca.
The GM doesn't get to name the lake.
Oh.
Let's go with the
Lake Shore. Lake Fairbanks.
Sanctuary
Yes,
Cove.
Fair Lake.
Sanctuary Cove.
Lake of Fairbanks.
Yes.
The lake with fair banks.
Lake of Fairbanks.
Yes.
Nice to get a bank of Fairbanks.
Eventually, yes, it will be called the Fair Bank. Don't jump the gun on me, Mike.
Don't bank on it.
Ooh.
All right, so this turn will be, I gotta roll now, so it's 30% chance.
Correct.
Okay, so
30 or less.
yep, you guys. Oops. There it is. Okay. Nope, you guys got no event this month.
Fair enough.
So 1,
thought
2,
when you said oops,
3,
it was like you guys
4,
made an
5,
oops.
6, 7. Okay, so the date is the 13th of Rova.
Let's go finish exploring, I guess, and then come back and do the charter turn again.
Not so fast.
I think something's going to happen first.
People.
I mean, it
Probably
has
Dave.
been 2 weeks. I'm sure something's going
Yeah,
on. Sanctuary.
normal shit's been going on.
There's probably going to be
Um,
shit that happens on specific dates when we get to it, no matter if we're ready for it or not.
So it's the 13th of Rova, and Arizand comes to the you guys' bungalow.
Yeah, our chief advisor. What's up, Arizan?
He's like, he grimaces. I've been hearing rumors for some time that the communications officer, Deirdre, has been stirring up people with the ideas that she should be the one in charge. Frankly, I consider the notion preposterous and didn't take her seriously until now. Deirdre came to see me earlier today and asked whether the corporate charter allows for a recall election to install new leaders in the event that the settlers are unhappy with the current leadership. I told her there wasn't, but there wasn't anything prohibiting what she described. Deirdre,
Are the residents unhappy with the way we've been running things?
Deirdre
I
left.
haven't heard any dissent.
Plainly happy with the news. I thought I should tell you right away.
Yeah, she has been passed over for a number of promotions. Perhaps we can promote her to something else. Is there some other job that she might be fit for?
He just throws his hands up. He's like, I don't know. I'm just the paper.
You're our advisor.
You're the messenger that we should shoot.
I advise you to
Deal with the problem.
deal with
this
the problem.
Well, I guess we should
Honestly,
at least go have
do you really want to know what I have to think?
Oh, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Arizan tells
Yes.
you guys honestly the best thing to do for the colony is just to go along with it. I mean, if you win it legitimately, then 1, you add some legitimacy to your leadership. 2, and discourages anybody else from going ahead and doing something.
Well,
I
how
don't
she's
disagree.
trying to.
I think we have done an amicable job managing this charter and settlement, and I think that I don't personally. I do not feel that providing an opportunity for the residents to make their voice heard is a bad thing. Um,
What
that's what I,
exactly does this person do?
He's
for
like
us?
he's like also, if you don't go along with it, that could negatively impact people's perception of what we're doing
right.
here.
She could make
She's
loud noises. So
she's already been talking to other people. We can't just disappear.
Diedrich is our long range communication specialist. She was there when
Her buddy Balcor or whatever.
was it Balcor?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, Balco.
I know we have a
Balco,
list of these people. I just can't find it. Where do I see this at?
initial colonists. It's under the story, and look for the shared things.
Under story. I have to re-enable that, I think.
Oh, it's under the campaign stuff, and it's a little book icon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then on the bottom, there's a button that says all are shared. It's the only shared story item.
Yeah, and yeah, Deirdre, she's the long range communications. Balco was her assistant.
Yeah, but he was eager for adventure and too curious for his own good and ended up becoming an undead. So he's out with our scout now.
I think that was too adventurous for his own good. That was something fucked him over while he was doing his job.
Right, he was investigating something as part of his job as the assistant for the communication specialist, and a signal came through the communication system and made him undead.
Yep.
And now he's out with Elenez.
Do you think it was the Spire that did that?
No,
Okay.
it was a deep space signal that did that.
Oh.
At least that's
From what you
what he
guys
thought
could,
it was.
it's from what you guys could gather, yeah.
All right, so it sounds like we need to speak with Dietrich. We need to offer her the opportunity to run for leadership of the charter and the settlement.
If she wins, we kill her.
And I think we need to set up a timeline of when the election will be so that both sides have time to present themselves for an honest and fair election.
Okay.
I agree, but might I also add, I really think maybe it might be useful to have a sit down with Deirdre and see if there's something that could be done so that she will continue to be useful and not attempt to encourage others to be upset in
to
the
see if she's
future.
doing this as a power hungry monster or if she actually legitimately cares about the charter.
Well, exactly, but also
that's why we're going to
perhaps.
talk to her first.
Well, yes, of course. Because when she inevitably loses this election, she'll be even more upset.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you guys gonna go talk to her?
Sure.
Okay, as you guys walk outside and walk around town towards her communication facility, you notice that there's signs everywhere that say, like, elect competence, not more failure. Stuff like that.
Not quite sure what failure has occurred, but
Yeah,
maybe she'll know.
And as you approach her, she quickly waves over another colonist to come to stand with her.
Oh, certainly. Witnesses are more than welcome.
Yes. As you approach,
Here, let's call over 4 more.
keep your cameras running in case the incumbents try to dirty tricks.
Let's Brian actually communicates with 4 random other residents present to ask them to join us as we have a discussion. Is there a meeting room in the communication center?
Certainly.
Not that we've created a communication center, but
Let's
Yeah,
radar.
we have the base. We have the basic ones that we started out with.
Yep. Okay.
Yes, well,
Yes, you have a little gaggle inside the communications room. Should get,
no, right?
someone want to
have you come to intimidate me?
Yeah.
Because I cannot be intimidated. I will not be silenced.
No, Deirdre, please.
Quite
Calm
the
down.
opposite. We have come to make it known that we desire to have an election to see who the residents would actually prefer.
Excellent. I'm glad you agree with the democratic process. Now, my idea was to have two phases. Okay, public, and we should have 3 debates, and then the election.
Well, we've got a lot of work to do. I don't know if we have time for actual debates.
Well, if you want to concede, that's okay.
No, Deirdre, may I just ask, what is the source of this sudden urge?
Well, I'm going to save that for the debates.
I mean, I
If
see
it's
these signs
something we
outside.
can-
Did
if
you
it's
create them? What failures are you inferring have occurred?
Oh, really? What about the slugs that exploded when we first landed?
Well, we had an experimental scientist. So we
You had a
took care of it,
scientist who's
and
crazy, and
they-
you not only did you not punish him, but he's still here performing
no one
experiments.
was harmed. No significant
Uh-huh,
property
uh-huh.
damage occurred.
Well, that's fine.
And he has
Allegedly.
taken himself
Allegedly.
to the edges of town, and we've had no further issues. So I believe the incident was handled amicably.
How we did that
Deirdre.
as a problem, how would you have fixed it?
Well, see, I wasn't in charge then.
Oh, yes. That I'm asking you if you were in charge at the time, how would you have
I'm
fixed
sorry,
it?
ladies and gentlemen. I have to go.
We need
I
not
have to
get
go
into
talk
these
with the common. I have to go talk with the common folk. And
The
then she-
common
And
folk?
then she gets up and she walks out.
Excuse me, she just called everyone common folk?
Yes.
Is there someone other than common folk here?
Yes.
I guess she didn't care too much for our descriptions. Well, I see we're going to have to do her debates. I mean, I guess we'll have to deal
That's
with her
fine.
irrational behavior.
There are
I'll-
other ways to deal with this.
I'll volunteer. No. I'll,
Not and receive appropriate public sentiment.
I
We'll figure it out.
empathize with your position, but I assure you, we will beat her at her own game, and she'll be far more defeated when it's over.
Yeah.
There's no way she's out talking me.
Does anyone have any good disguises?
So,
All right, so
I think one
does-
thing we definitely need to do is have
Okay, so
the
there's two phases here that have it set up. It's canvassing for votes, and then the public debates. Okay, so Deirdre works with Arizan to set up the dates for the 3 debates, as well as the actual election itself. Okay, the actual election will take place on the day of the next charter turn. Okay, Arizan's encouraging you to spend this turn focusing on advanced projects to help the charter, which doesn't matter, it's already done. And to go ahead and talk to the folks. To canvass for votes, you can go ahead and make a few public speeches to tout your accomplishments, which require attempting 3 diplomacy or profession politician checks. The PCs can aid another in these checks if they choose, but they have only 3 chances to make an impression upon the populace.
Okay. Can I ask, does basically doing the stump speeches does that preclude one from being in the debate? Unless there's somebody else who's skilled in diplomacy. I'm plus 11 in diplomacy.
No, we plan on having you make the speeches.
That's fine. Oh, I just meant like if like we want to maximize our skill economy.
What is
Um,
charisma?
You're the only real talker here.
that's what I thought.
This
I've
is
got a little bit of bluffing, but you know,
this
I-
is this
I
is
have
your
an-
jam.
I have an 8 charisma. If that tells you anything.
You're whining about your freaking
I have
diplomacy.
well.
Okay.
So I feel
I
like
think
Mike
we
has
should-
done this to shut me up.
I think it just happens to be. I mean, we're to the
I
point
know.
where it's your turn to shine. I do think we should stay away from bluffing and intimidation.
Those
Oh,
are
no, but-
options. However,
Like I said, I think we should avoid them because we want to make a good impression on our
Exactly.
residents and maintain their trust and loyalty, while plainly explaining um, the actions we took to best support and defend the settlement and the charter on incidents that occurred. Incidents are going to occur. You have to do the best you can at the time with the resources you have available at the time.
and we've also
Agreed.
already built 3 advanced projects. You know, the
Oh yeah, I
Religious
mean,
Institute and the library.
well, we've got 5 advanced.
shopping center. No, the nodes are basic.
Oh, are they? The resource
Yeah.
nodes are basic. Okay.
while you guys are doing this today, on the whatever day it is,
6th of something.
you guys have a note shoved underneath your guys' door in your guys' common into your guys' bungalow, and then you
Okay.
know,
What's the note say?
I don't know. The note says,
Well, I cause it to float up in the air in front of me, and I read it.
okay, it says, the cult is back.
The cult is back, eh?
We should make friends with these cult of Nomen folk. I bet they would help influence the residents.
My question is, did the cult ever actually leave?
I don't think it was ever actually gone, unless the cult is just the one guy selling the trinkets.
I guess.
I mean, if that's the only guy of the cult, then maybe that person's back in town. I mean, let's go take a walk around. Let's go take a walk around our settlement. You know, pass through
But-
the.
Do you
What was
actually?
this guy's name? Fred?
Would you like to attempt to locate the cult?
Sure.
Okay.
We have a lead.
surreptitiously.
Do what?
We have a lead.
I would like to look for it surreptitiously. You know, not obviously.
Okay. So, you would like to.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the rest of the team's into it too, but
I'll do it. I'll also keep, while we're searching for this cult, keep an ear open for like what
Hold on,
everyone's
my
saying about
wife.
the debate.
My wife needs me. What's up? What's up?
okay. So I think we can,
I guess.
walk
Got a
around
lot of
town
got like shit tons of caffeine.
looking
and
for
I think 100
stuff,
milligrams of caffeine.
and chatting up the
What?
residents about everything else that's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah, as long as this isn't causing us to miss one of these sort of scheduled
All right,
event
I'm back.
things.
This is a scheduled event. I'm running 2 concurrently. Thank you.
No, I meant the in regards to the election.
He doesn't
Okay.
want to miss one of the speeches.
That's
Oh.
right.
Nobody's gonna miss speeches. Don't you worry about me.
Okay.
All right. So I need a diplomacy to gather information in the settlement about the cult into the tower. Who is rolling it? No,
All right, can I
no
roll
assistance.
Can I roll an assist or no?
No
assist?
aids. Straight up.
All right, go for it, Alex.
All right. Into the tower.
All along the tower. Okay, so you get some hubbub, some information. Okay, that's successfully given you some context into the cult of Nomen.
Okay.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Well, you need 2 more diplomacy checks to gather information in the settlement.
Okay. Fair enough. I missed that
Fairbanks.
you said there were 3.
I didn't say the 3, but I did. I don't think I did.
Okay.
You didn't.
Okay. You also gain more information throughout the town.
All
No,
right.
I do not
Number
right now.
3.
Oh. Yeah, not so
Sounds like a-
much.
All right. I must have rolled pretty bad.
How long do we have to gather this information?
Well, you have as many as you want, but you are not allowed to make it anymore. I should have stopped you because there's only one check allowed per day. But in this case,
sorry.
that's fine because you wait till tomorrow then. That's fine. But do you guys want to go ahead and do some talky talk?
Yes.
Okay. So
instead of talkie talk, I would like to listen to people if they have complaints about us.
Okay. So you're like
to
do crowd control or something while Fairbanks is doing speaking?
Yeah, just kind of trying to blend in a little bit. Not.
We don't really blend in with our residents.
Yeah.
They know who
Yeah,
we are.
like to the point like where I'm standing in the crowd, but I'm not trying to like actively hide. Where people are going to go, what's he doing?
Well, there is a public event here going on, and it's lunchtime, and the little main square is being been set up to have people speak if they would like to speak. So this is one of you.
Brian sets off to the side, offering to answer any questions that might be that any resident might wish to ask. Obviously, I expect Fairbanks to take the podium and speak of what's going on, and why they should maintain our leadership.
Okay, anything that you would like to, bring up specifically?
I'm getting ready here. Yeah. Fairbanks
Which
walks up to
portion
the
of town are
podium.
we in?
Well, this is the canvassing for votes.
Okay.
Okay.
Kissing babies, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Big things to talk about, I think, Alex, are the fact that we were able to efficiently get power generation operating and protect that endeavor, as well as when we first got here, we had to ensure the food stores remained safe.
That's right.
As well as the incident with the exploding slugs. It didn't
Had to be
occur
dealt with.
outside of his domicile. It was dealt with in a fair and just way. We, at that point in time, and still, we do not have a jury system where we could try individuals on their merits and whatnot. But it is, I mean, we can say that it's something we're looking forward to producing.
Hey,
our courthouse
Rome wasn't built in a day. Exactly.
and law
Yeah.
enforcement.
So
Sanctuary
Fairbanks is going around going, hey, how are you doing? Hey, how's your power holding up? Pretty well, isn't it? Yes.
It's good to have electricity.
It's so nice that we set up electricity really early and things. Hey, got enough to eat, don't you? I bet you do.
A person comes up to you, Fairbanks. But what about the slug explosions?
The slug explosions, that was a thing, wasn't it? We couldn't have predicted ahead of time, as no one possibly could have, that it would have happened. But we kept it contained, and we didn't just deal out summary justice. If you were curious about something and it went awry in your own domicile here on this new alien planet, you certainly wouldn't want someone to just come down and, I don't know, clap you in irons without a trial or something, would you?
Mm.
Exactly. And the best part is no one was even hurt, and we've taken steps to make sure that no one will be hurt in the future. So
okay, so roll me a diplomacy or profession politician into the tower.
It's on the tower. I don't get to see how I did.
I know, that's the point.
This will be diplomacy.
Well, you can.
Think it can't ever be less than 12.
Well, think of it this way.
That's right.
If you want to watch the video when I put it on YouTube, you can see.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. That's what I'll do.
Okay. So there's some people are kind of like, okay, that's good. Moving on.
Okay. So do I do another one? Or?
I mean, that's
mentioning the video. You are recording, right?
Of course.
Okay, because I remember you missed it at one point.
I missed what? Oh no, I screwed up like the last time's video with the first half of it because you guys were muted.
Had us all muted. We're not muted today, are we?
No, I see audio activity on the mixer. So
Okay.
I'm assuming that it's not muted. I mean, I'm assuming. So no more campaign events can happen today.
Fine.
We going to the 14th then?
Indeed, it is the morning of the 14th.
Shall we
Ooh.
assume that Fairbanks did his second collection of information on the cult today?
Yes, he would certainly do that collection today.
I have a question for you, Mike.
I have answer for you.
Can we get aid in this canvassing if we make our own campaign signs?
Yes,
Can we craft campaign signs?
you can make
Yes.
campaign signs.
That's fantastic.
Is there a skill for that?
Profession artist.
Oh, for God's sake. How about diplomacy?
I will
engineering or
accept an
something.
engineering skill to make a
can
campaign
I engineer
poster.
some three-dimensional hollow posters?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Let's say
You want
great
that in the
things
tower?
like
Can I attempt to assist him?
Yes,
So do you want that in the tower?
yes.
All right, throw your assist.
You just need a 10 to assist, right?
Yeah.
Right, I mean, do you have an automatic assist?
Yes.
All
Have a
right, so
plus
I will.
nine.
I also have an automatic assist if you allow more than one person to assist.
That's up to you, Mike.
What?
Can more than one person assist me?
Sure.
Okay, so get a plus
Alright.
4.
So a +4 from automatic assist. So I'm going to add the 4 in the modifier block.
Got you. And you're trying to create posters.
Yeah, holographic, small holographic thing. So people walk by, it detects motion, and it puts up this holographic video.
I'm
of
Commander Shepard.
Fairbanks-
This is my favorite, store on the Citadel.
and has Fairbanks explaining, our platitudes and everything, and
yeah.
making it all beautiful.
I'm Commander Shepard. This is my favorite store on the Citadel.
And that store happens to be all of them because I want a discount.
Yeah.
That's right. Boy, oh boy. You'd think they'd catch on at some
Hopefully
point.
they work. I think this will work.
Mhm.
Okay.
I've got another idea for today as well on the canvassing.
Yes,
I
there's
think it might
definitely a
help when it
canvas.
comes to the
There's
debates.
a canvas opportunity today at the water treatment plant.
Ooh, fantastic.
Oh, what did we do here? We kept it from becoming acidic, didn't we?
We did.
Wait. That was a different game, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I think that might have been Attack of the Swarm.
Yeah, that was
No,
Attack.
we did something here at the water.
That
plant.
was a dream.
I
That
don't.
was a fever vision.
Yeah, that was Attack of the Swarm when you guys on the dam.
Well, yeah, there was the dam and the swarm, but I thought we did something here too.
I don't remember.
I don't think we've done anything at the water treatment plant.
No, it's just like basically it's just a well. It's a space well, because you guys don't. I'm sure
Space well.
I'm sure there actually is a water treatment facility in the projects category. I'm sure. So, it's just a
Gotcha.
space well.
There's a waterfront, but that's
Yeah, see?
different.
I remember doing the
Well, that's-
power
that's
area,
like-
I think, right? Or am I crazy on that one?
All right, so you have an opportunity to kiss babies at the water treatment plant.
Oh yeah. So Fairbanks is gonna kind of go around here and saying, "Hello everyone, good to see you out here. We're looking forward to this."
What are you doing about this cult of the Gnomen?
Oh, I'll tell you what. We are actually looking into it quite closely.
Is it
and,
true that spires can erupt from the ground?
We have no evidence of that at all. We haven't found anything of that. In fact, you know what I heard? I was just the other day in the marketplace. I heard two people saying that Deirdre was really big on this cult of the Nomen thing. Apparently, she thinks it's keeping people afraid.
Stop the mudslinging and don't make up any stories.
That's a bluff.
Don't worry, I'm just as good at bluff as I am at diplomacy, I say back. I don't know
We're
if
not
it's
trying
true
to do
or not.
that.
I just heard someone saying it. Maybe you should ask her about it at the debate.
Are you a master debater?
Hmm? Oh, master, that's going a bit far. We'll just say I'm elite. Can I roll bluff today just for variety?
Yes, you can, please.
Great. Let's see if I start a
We're supposed
rumor.
to keep this truthful.
Hey, I'm pretty good at it.
I know.
Okay.
Mixing it up.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to go do today? You see Deirdre around talking to people, doing her thing, always having people by her sides, like looking like bodyguards.
Make friendly conversation with her and wish her well,
Sure.
and put on a diplomatic face in the sight of the voters.
Can I?
I would like to just wander around listening to the people, see what they're saying about either side.
Well,
Surreptitiously.
overall, you seem like, because like the second day of kissing babies was bigger because people were like, oh, okay, they're actually doing stuff
This
here.
is happening.
They're like it seems like a lot of people seem to be more happy with you than not happy with you. It's not like you've been walking around with the freaking.
It's not like we haven't been trying.
Yeah, it's not.
true.
It's not like you guys have just like been killing babies and letting people been executing people and shit. So, because Zach's not in charge.
That's right. Now I gotta ask, does this? I mean, I remember we had an interaction with Deirdre earlier,
Yes.
and we know that she's like, it's like part of her whatever backstory that she's like disgruntled and passed over and
Well, yeah, the
stuff like
man's
that.
keeping her down, dude.
But have we picked up on anything like that she's being manipulated or acting weird or something has just
Are you
set this
calling
off?
her a Aspis Consortium agent?
No,
Well, I
I'm
think
looking
he's-
for
I think he's
evidence that she
actually-
might be.
that she might be magically
Yes.
enchanted.
Yeah, actually, could I cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything coming up off her?
No.
I think we should actually
Okay.
praise
you
her
can,
for
but
her
no.
abilities and her skills at maintaining our long range communications.
Oh, now they're trying to
Sure,
minimize
that's
my.
great.
Now they're trying to minimize my contribution to the free to this colony by saying I'm
No,
just
we're
a
trying to
communications
laud your
specialist.
contribution.
I'm just a communications specialist.
You're
not
our only communications
we're not
specialist.
running for
Yeah, we're
office.
kinda
Without
fucked
you,
without
we
her.
couldn't survive.
Well, I had another communications person, but he's not here right now.
Well, we feel that where he is now is a better fit for him as things have changed. Let us find someone to assign. Would you like 2-3 individuals to assist you? Do you need that much? I mean,
Are you
would
trying to
like
bribe
that
me,
much
sir?
help? No, I'm
No.
trying to merely make sure.
Look
you
at
are
they're trying to
properly staffed.
everybody. He's trying to bribe me.
No.
And she walks away.
I mean, she sees it that way, but that's because she's a bitter woman, a bitter
Why
rat.
is-
I think you're using the wrong B word.
Now, bitter. It says right
No.
here, bitter. She's
Yes.
constantly on the lookout for slights against her abilities.
Yes, what?
All
I
right.
What
like
is
my
this?
choice of B word more.
This aggression, where
That's
does
fair,
it
I like
come
that one
from?
too.
It's electrochemicals.
Just don't understand it.
Okay.
She
The
probably
fact
has
that she's still
chemical
breathing.
imbalance.
Let's go next day, huh?
I'm trying to remember.
Sure.
Wasn't she angry at her assistant for the situation he got put in when it wasn't his fault?
She was, but
Yeah.
that's just her nature. I think she's just an angry rat.
Yes, I just feel she's stirred up enough trouble at this point that if we assassinate her, it'll look bad for us.
Yeah, we don't need to martyr her for sure.
All right, so it's the
That's right.
15th of
That's why-
Rova.
That's why we wait until we obviously win
Okay.
this and then take care of her.
This is the failed diplomacy check for information about the cult.
Yes.
Okay.
And-
Allegedly failed. We don't know.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we need to shake hands. Well, you didn't get any information, so you failed.
Fair enough.
We need to
Thanks.
shake more hands. Maybe make more posters. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sure.
there's not really a whole lot going on today. There's no
right.
canvassing here today.
I'll come in and say, "Hi, everyone. Hi, it's your administrators, the ones doing the best job of any of the charters
You mean-
on Horizon."
You get a heckler in the back. You mean the ones who are always gone, always off doing
Yes.
things?
Always gone doing things to aid the charter.
Well, Deirdre, she would always stay here and administer the charter.
Well, yes, I guess
Take offense to that. I administer this shit. All this.
that's
Well,
yeah.
I
She's
mean-
really not doing anything.
If she administers the charter and that's all she does, how do you expand the charter? How can we get more settlements? We have to explore.
Create jobs.
so
We can
know what we're
hire
dealing with.
people to go explore. Create jobs.
We
we
are
did create
creating
We are
jobs.
making
that.
Right now, you guys are stealing jobs from valuable
What?
scouts.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
no.
Is he still saying this after my diplomacy roll?
Yes, he is. They took our
Isn't
jobs,
this-
man.
Here's the thing: jobs
Isn't the
such
scout
as at
still
the
lost?
religious institute.
No, the scout
jobs at
is
the
over
library,
at.
jobs
I
at
know,
the
we had to
resource
find him.
nodes, jobs at the shopping center.
No.
That's right.
I didn't come halfway across the galaxy to be a shop clerk.
What did you come halfway across the galaxy to do?
Sanitation, but that's not the point.
Well,
we are
great. Are
looking
you
at
currently
creating
employed
a
in
waste-
sanitation?
We are looking at creating a waste disposal location. We will definitely need some
Yes.
sanitation workers.
These things take time. But yes, are you currently working in sanitation?
I think
Yes.
waste disposal is probably the next thing we should
Right.
work
So
on.
why are you complaining? I don't understand.
Upward mobility.
What do you want to do then,
The
going
He
forward?
looks around.
Where do you see yourself
Proletariat,
in
we need
5
to
years?
unite.
Unite for what?
Unionize.
Okay, great.
Go for it. No one's stopping
Sure.
you.
I think that's fine.
We should create a workers' paradise where the workers run
Okay.
this.
Well, we're working. We run it so that we're there.
Oh.
Great. Okay. Do you have some other ideas?
Just
is-
random Trotskyists, blah, 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 blah.
I'm very familiar with the permanent revolution. Go ahead. Please explain and further your readings of Trotsky.
Okay.
It
That was a failed roll, by the way.
was a failed roll.
Yeah.
I think, frankly, that my actual word should bump that roll by
Just-
10.
Yeah, you know what? It was great words. That was the plus 11. But
Oh,
just,
goodness
they
sake.
weren't sincere enough. They weren't,
Okay, well, I just want you to know,
they
Mike,
weren't
that I'm
from the
rolling a
cockles,
physical.
Okay.
I'm rolling a physical D20 at the same time as I'm dropping it in the tower, and that was a natural 14. So,
Okay. But
as far as I'm concerned, it was a 25. I
it's-
think you're setting your DCs too high.
it's not from the mouth, it's from the cockles. Okay.
All right.
What about the subcockle area?
I don't like the rolling in the tower.
I love this.
You know why I don't like rolling in the tower for something like diplomacy? Because if I roll if I roll it out and I roll like a 1, I'll say something dumb
Well,
in the role play.
I'd rather. I like the tower.
I'd rather you do the fancy role play and say what you would think and let him apply a
Yeah, no, that's
situation
fair.
modifier.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You're right.
Fair enough.
Fairbanks enough.
Fairbanks enough.
All right, so it's now the 16th of Rova. Would you like?
Is that your campaign slogan?
Yes.
Fairbanks enough. That's right.
It certainly is fair outside.
A Fairbanks deal.
Next to the Fairbanks Shopping Mall Center,
Yes.
next to Lake
That's right.
Fairbanks.
Hey,
The Lake
Fairbanks,
of
you wanna
Fairbanks.
see if you can find out anything else about the cult of Nomen.
Oh, sure. Am I doing another one?
Yes, need a gather.
Another
You're on the
gather-
fourth day.
yes.
gather information?
Yes.
All right. Just want you guys to know before I drop
Everybody
this in the tower.
everybody can roll and can assist to it as well.
I
Oh,
will do
great.
this.
What
I'm
about
sure I
the
won't.
culture?
The diplomacy to assist.
Is there a
Diplomacy.
penalty if we fail to assist?
No.
No.
All right. I'd like you guys to know that on my physical die, I rolled a natural 14.
2, 4, 6. Okay, just enough to get it. Okay, you guys have a pretty much a good idea where they meet, because it's really tricky because the cult meets at irregular times and they have constantly changing meeting locations, and they have constantly changing code phrases to identify each other. And
Colt is surprisingly well put together for how quickly
Yeah.
it showed up.
So, I think regarding the cult of Nomen, we need to invite them into the light, be seen, allow for membership to grow.
Oh.
If you are just and fair and a religious organization, we need you in our charter. And
Okay, so
I
this
think-
is important. I understand you want religious freedom and stuff. Okay, with the first success, you guys noticed that there was strange graffiti around town. Okay, but the strange graffiti was stylized sundials under eaves or near rooftops. Okay, these marks are carefully hidden to identify cult meeting spots. Okay, but they have become more overt recently. Okay, and it's not in the same dead time. It's not in the same place all the time. Okay, and with your successful second check, you heard rumors that the cult of Nomen had poured their funding into industrial grade acid and planned to use it to erode the foundations of a tallish structure near the settlement. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So it probably was going to be the grain silo.
all right. So,
A potential
activity.
terrorist attack. The timeline's unclear, but the rumors, had the cult members intend on toppling a building to make this statement about the futility of civilization against a catastrophe of the rising pillar.
Are these guys? Maybe I'm just saying this because isn't Rovagug the god of destruction?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's also the month of Rova.
I know, that's what I was thinking. That's why that's what was bringing Rovagug to mind.
And with your latest check this morning, learn that
think
there's 3 women in charge of this sabotage operation, and they're currently meeting today in a small machine shop near the edge of the settlement.
Great,
I think
let's go
rather
get
than
them.
kill them all, Kyle, I think we need to detain them and prevent their activities from occurring, and show that we are a just organization,
Sure you don't want to kill them
um,
all?
and then put them on trial. And
My,
perhaps the death penalty is appropriate.
We don't
for
have
them.
a courthouse.
my question.
Oh,
don't need
that's
to-
all right.
Well, somebody has a
We
question.
can do public square justice. That's fine. Let the
What is-
majority decide what to do with them, including if that's a lynching.
What is Kyle's alignment?
Neutral evil.
That's what it seems like.
Neutral
guess-
evil,
Is-
not
is there
even
any-
lawful.
Is there any chance for glad handing today?
Do what?
Are we doing glad handing or just going straight to the? I think this was. You said there were 3 canvassing events, or did you?
Well, yeah, but that's not right now.
Okay, fair
Okay,
enough.
we're not canvassing. We're crashing their party.
Yeah, you need to stop
Ooh,
the terrorist activity first.
can we have some people appear at a safe distance to watch this happen
Don't you worry.
as part of our canvassing?
Right,
Or maybe we can have the whole thing recorded. Ooh, can we live stream? Is there live streaming on?
Yes, I'm sure.
uh,
What doesn't one of you guys have a camera?
I do.
Great.
So-
Let's arrange to live stream, and as we go in, we can. Fairbanks is gonna pop in and go.
Let's
Hey, guys.
record it and then send it afterwards instead of
Ah,
live
come-
streaming.
Now, how do
All
I
right.
Phil? How do I add the people from the encounter again? Automatically, as
You
they were on
open
the map.
Encounter. You open the encounter, and then there's a little arrow at the bottom of the encounter.
Yes,
You click it, and it puts everything in for you
like we're on the map and everything.
on the map and in the combat tracker. Yeah.
Oh, I was still messing with the flat-footed shit. I was never able to get it to work properly. I was wondering what's going on with all the little symbols and shit.
Yeah, Fairbanks is very flat-footed. Should remove all those from him.
Ah. Oh yeah, look at that.
If they didn't make them hidden or they're within our line of sight, we're going to see them.
Ah, no. Fuck. I went to delete the fucking thing and delete the entire trick attack. Is there a undo button?
No, not in
Nope.
not in actions.
No Control Z.
No, it doesn't work. Do you want help recreating it?
Yes, please.
I'd just like to say that, like, as on the video, Fairbanks is going, "Hey guys, Fairbanks here. We've your faithful administrators have tracked down the cultists of the Nomen. Apparently, they're planning some sort of horrible sabotage to ruin all of our prosperity. But we're gonna take them out. We're your administrators, and we never rest to keep this place safe and thriving." Here we go. We're going to show you the action.
So what you're going to want to do is on the Actions tab, add the action wherever you're going to add it.
Okay, I named it trick attack.
All right. You should see a magnifying glass. If you right-click on the magnifying glass next to it, it'll give you a radio dial, radio menu, add ability action. The first thing you're going to do is add the sword for a cast, and that's going to give you the die information. And you click on the magnifying glass for that, and it'll open up the ability use stuff.
You guys are live streaming a freaking assault on the compound, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
Can we not? This seems like a very stupid idea while we're trying to run a campaign.
No.
If we want to record it and then send the
You want to
recording
talk about
afterwards,
transparency?
That's right. That would be very transparent. I appreciate what you're saying. You want to control the narrative with editing. But my concern is if we do that, we could be accused of manipulating footage. Granted, I'm generally in favor of manipulating footage, but I think in this particular instance, I mean, I'm pretty confident we can take out these 3 cultists.
I mean, if you want to share your screen with me, Scrove, I can aid you along.
my question is, how well are any of you doing this not to do this non-lethally?
Oh, good point.
I'm good for non-lethal.
I'm not.
I don't think I can cast Hazard non-lethally.
I can
Yeah,
try.
I,
You know.
I will burn them
Less
to a
points of
crisp.
damage.
I'm gonna have to start breaking out my force bolts.
All right, so you got the trick attack there. What you should do is in the line below it is actually write trick attack. And then over by the magnifying glass to the right, right click. Choose the arrow. Choose the sword. Left click on the magnifying glass on that line. Click on none
Hold on, guys,
until
right
it
back.
becomes ability. Click on skill until it becomes the skill you use for your trick attack. I don't know if that's stealth or whatever. Does your specific operative path or whatever give you a bonus to that skill check to trick attack things?
Yes, I'm looking at what it is real quick.
It's usually like +1 or +4, depending on what the skill is. What skill? What are you? You're ghost.
I am an explorer. I get a +4.
All right, so put a 4 in the next box. All right, then go down to defense DC, put 20 plus, and then click in none. It should become CR. All right, and then hit the X at the top. That one's done. That line's done. Next line, you're going to want to put in another thing. So, nope, not that, not the plus. Nope, get rid of that. Delete that line. All right, the same place you added the ability thing, add another one.
All right, I'm back. You guys got a plan?
No, we're
We're
working on fixing
doing
flat-footed.
mechanics.
Okay.
Give me one moment. All right, so this one you're going to want to make it instead of, yeah, you're going to want an effect. And I can't read your screen because it's the quality is, I don't know, it's not refreshing properly.
Okay, I got an effect in there, and then I named it Tricked FF semicolon space flat dash footed capital F lowercase f.
Yeah, with a hyphen or a dash. And
And then expend once per modifier, maybe?
it should probably, I mean, it's flat-footed to you for all of your attacks, but it's not flat-footed to anyone else. So it should expend on one roll is the best way to do it. You can
On
always
next
throw
roll?
it back. Yeah, next roll. I mean, they have it set up as one round, but then it applies flat-footed to everyone else, or for everyone else's attacks.
I mean, if I succeed, they are flat footed to everybody.
Well, if you choose to put flat-footed on there that's like at level 3 though. That's a different thing than trick attack.
Who says you have your phone?
So the way they have it set up is the first effect that you want to put on to your target is tricked. And you want that on there for one round.
So I'm just going to set up for duration fixed, one round,
Yes.
and then expend on next roll.
No, you just change that back to never expend because it'll go away after one round.
Okay.
And that's for tricked, right? Should just be the word tricked because you're trying to put a custom effect on the target.
So
and
I need to
that box,
put the
word
information.
tricked.
Okay.
I wish I could zoom in on this screen some so that I could see what you're actually doing, but it's all fuzzy. Anyway, so that should be the word tricked, and then that gray box should say one
Does that
round,
help
but
at
it
all?
doesn't. That does help actually. Okay, so tricked, and then click on the magnifying glass at the end of it. One round, never. Why doesn't this come up as one round? Click through. Never mind, I can do it here. Oh, once per modifier instead for expend, once per modifier.
Okay.
All right, and that's that line. Then we need to add another one of those. And you see that text I put in. You copy that text. You should be able to just grab it and drag it right onto the thing. There you go. And that should be 1 round, once per modifier as well. And then later on, when you get, what is it called? When you get debilitating trick, you can set up another one that leaves it flat-footed for everybody else. That attack 2 is your bonus for it being flat-footed to your attack. So what it's doing is the second one there, or the third line, you will put that on yourself. Looks like the one you had here had an FF in it. You just get rid of that one. And what this does is the attack 2. If you look in the combat tracker, it's got the effect on you right now. Just open up your effects by hitting the person at the end of the line, and just delete that effect. There should be a trash can at the end. And then you can put this effect on yourself. You should change the, let's see, over on your character sheet, there's a brown button, and I think it says target right now, but you can change it to self by clicking on it. And then the other one should just be single. And then the one up there is targeted. So you put that one on yourself, so you can just click it and it'll go on you. And then and just leave that on all the time. And then when you trick attack a target, you'll roll the die, and then you'll apply the first effect, and then you'll do your attack.
Okay, so as long as they have the trick, it'll trigger the extra 2 to an attack and 1d4 roll.
This custom tricked, what it's going to do is it's going to look for that word tricked as an effect on the target. And if it sees it, it will add 2 to your attack, and it'll add d4 to your damage. Now, it may be that we need to remove some of these durations on here, but I mean, you could remove the durations on this one fully because it doesn't matter.
Okay. You're going to want to heal yourself back up, Fairbanks. I used you as a target.
All right. It's been a bit. Remind me how I do that.
Go to your character sheet and change your hit points. Change
Oh,
your
I can
wounds
just
to 0.
I can just
your
actively do that, right?
Fatigue to 0.
And then
I don't think I can.
shouldn't have any fatigue.
No. On your character sheet, on the main tab at the bottom, there's a spot for hit points and stamina and wounds and fatigue. Change the fatigue to 0.
Oh, I was looking for like a cursor thing. That's all.
If you want to do a cursor thing, I think if you hold control and mouse over it,
Yeah.
you can add the numbers and scroll wheel the numbers. But
yeah, I should be fine now.
Yeah, it's easier just to click in it and write 0 and clear it.
Yep, that's me being dumb.
You should remove your stamina damage as well.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any. I accidentally left the call trying to end the share screen stuff.
So I think, Scrove, you'll want to remove the duration on that on the effect that goes on yourself, and change it from single to all, and never expire. Because that way it'll just always be available.
Okay, I've done that.
Sorry to steal your show, Mike.
Oh, are we ready to go now?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead. I want you guys to roll initiative just so we can move an initiative, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to fight or anything, right?
Well, I mean, you guys are live streaming a SWAT.
I think we decided we'll edit it.
Well, are we? We're not planning to bust down a door, are we?
If they're fighting,
Aren't we?
as I said, as we fight, unless you guys are confident you can do non-lethal damage, I am not.
Well, I don't want to fight if we don't have to.
Well,
Yeah,
yes, but I would rather not live stream this and end up getting in a fight and then showing everyone watching the live stream turn two burnt to crisp bodies because I used heat.
Question: what is the penalty for non-lethal? -4 or -2?
Yes, if
or...
you're using a lethal weapon, you can take a -4 to do non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Did we all roll?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Don't.
So, Kyle, you're up.
Okay, and these are doors here, right?
I don't. I mean, yeah.
I forget how to
Yes,
ping.
yes.
Wait,
Those are
don't
doors. Those are doors.
If you mouse over them, unless he's got them locked, we can actually open them.
Oh, I see. To close. That's
If you
pretty
want to
cool.
lock them, Mike, you just right-click on them until they say locked.
Yeah, but they're not locked.
Okay, there you go.
I am going to scout around the building to see if there's any other entrances. So I'm just going to run south.
Perhaps we should knock.
No knock warrant.
I think we're just fine to just open if we've suspecting them of terrorism.
Well,
Yeah.
talking evidence. I mean, what evidence did we have? Someone told us they were planning to do it.
No, we found the evidence somehow or something like that,
We
right?
found that they were purchased a bunch of hydrochloric acid or some other type of acid. There's a door down here.
Guard it. Maybe go in through it. We pincer attack them. I don't know.
Pincer.
Is it a square building or
It is a building that is
not asking
not
you?
rounded.
There are. It is pretty square. I can't see the eastern side, but it looks like, from what I can see, this may be the only other entrance. If someone could go off to the east and look to the south and see if there is, that'd probably be
Sure,
best.
recon. I'll recon.
Because it's Fairbank's turn.
Okay. To the east, you said?
I can recon in my truck. It's pretty quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just wanted somebody to go look on the east side of the building, see if there's other
Hold on.
doors.
1 sec. Sorry, it's been a minute. I was just making sure I properly remembered my speed.
I mean, I
all
guess
right.
my truck speed isn't that fast. I guess my speed is faster when I'm flying.
Not yet. Well, I'll just move all the way around. That's all I can do.
Next person.
Alex, hit the arrow at the bottom of the combat tracker.
Yeah, no, I know. I just realized I didn't have the combat tracker up on my thingy.
Look at the brain on Brian.
That's because we can't put like the combat tracker on the other screen or whatever. It has to take up room.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Make your map smaller. Or put your map behind everything.
Or
Yeah, that's what I was
make
doing.
your window cover both screens, like I do.
There's another
Get a
option.
4K monitor.
Wait, both screens? How do you do that?
You just drag
extend
it
the
as if it's a window.
I mean, you got to have your monitors extended onto the other monitors, not
I
duplicating.
do have that. How do you make that go to multiple screens?
If you
Just drag the window so that it's encompassing more than one screen.
Oh.
Like not maximized, but like.
Oh.
All right, so with my movement being so low, I feel like scouting around
that's
this
cool.
building is just a waste of time. Is going to use up so much time. I mean, in movement units. I guess I get out of the vehicle and stand there.
Okay.
I draw my weapon in case it's needed.
All right, Orthus.
Remove. Guess we have to do it to there. Can I open the door off to the side from there?
Sure.
I will ready. Sure. Can I ready action Starfinder?
I don't know.
Yes, ready to
Yeah.
action. You ready an act as a standard action. You can ready an action provided there and provide a trigger for the action you're readying.
Ready to open this door. Ready in action to open this door when the three of us are in position to go it through.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait for Scrove to fully scout the outside.
I will make the trigger when one of them tells me to open the door.
Done?
Mm-hmm.
Katya.
Okay. I will.
Keep in mind, I can't see where you guys went, so like the only person I can see is Katya and the truck.
We're at the corners of the building, the corners of the entrance.
Okay.
Oh no.
I will. I'm not sure what I should do.
Well, we're gonna go in through these front doors, but we want to see what's around the rest of the building to make
I'm
sure.
not
there's
really that
many
fast. I
escapes.
probably.
But all of us are slow as slugs compared to Kyle.
Yeah, it's fair. I should probably just wait here then.
I wish I had my old speed from the other game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, you were like 8th level, 10th level by then too,
Yeah.
True.
I gave you guys level 2 pretty early.
so that we could survive.
Yeah. Well done, Katya.
Yep. I'll hit the intern button all the time.
Where
Find the
the
thing again.
collapse.
There we go.
All right, Kyle, your turn.
Okay. This other side looks like it's no entrances or exits. Looks like the two entrances are the one in the northeast and the south down here with me. I'll be able to next section get back over there and guard the door.
All right, Fairbanks, what do you got on the northeast corner?
Nothing. I'll keep looking around.
Well, move your 30 feet and then 30 feet back, and we should have.
Yeah, yeah.
You see Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
There you
Hi. I guess I'll just go back.
Yeah, start coming back.
Okay. All right. Back I am. And
Kyle uses this round to cause Eco 2 to shrink down to 5 foot.
Send it in there with a bomb.
No, I don't want to destroy Eco 2. And now it can follow me at a speed of 30 foot. And that is a full round action, so I'm done.
Okay. Orthus.
I will ready the same action. When someone says go or tells me to, I open the door.
Okay. Click the button. Oh, there we go. Katya.
all right.
Yeah, we're all standing by.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand by. Yeah.
Kyle, you're up.
And then I will watch the door, and if it opens, I'm ready to attack if the people coming out are one of the three ladies or they're armed.
Okay.
Additionally, you could come in that direction too.
Fairbanks.
All right, I'll move it over there. And I'll just move to right here so that I can see the door. And that's it.
Brian.
I will delay until after Orthus opens the door.
Orthus.
I will open the door.
Why did Eco 2 just change to me?
That is a question.
Oops.
Did you just change my
Oops.
token?
I may have accidentally done that.
You can't drag and drop characters on the order. Just change the number
Yeah, I noticed that.
from 9 to 8.
I noticed that.
And probably just remove Eco 2 and re-add Eco 2.
No, I'm good.
Shield 2 is just another brain now.
Orthus. So you're moving there. Are you doing this like stealthy, or you just open the door?
Oh, I'm just opening the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to.
Yes,
Move
Brian.
to
Totally confused because. Okay. You changed Orthus initiative to 8 instead of mine.
Oops.
You can change mine to 7, and that'll put me after Orthus. And then the door is open, but I don't see anything because the other door is not open. Can you open both doors at the same time? Do they both open? Or
Sure.
all right, that works. And Orthus went in.
yeah.
Guess with that, I will move in 1 movement.
There. Oh.
I guess I'll move in half a move and see what I see.
You see 3 girls. 3. You know who they are. They're the Angelo sisters. All 3 of them. And they're startled by the door being open, and they are reaching for their pistols.
Can you explain this stuff between us?
It appears to be some sort of machinery shop. So it's like machinery.
Okay. And does it provide cover?
It provides
Partial
cover,
anything?
yes.
Okay. Into the door. What is it? The Angelo sisters?
Yes.
Angelo sisters, we have evidence that you plan a terrorist activity. Put down your weapons and come quietly, and we will not harm you.
Give me diplomacy in the tower.
I mean, I'm not the diplomatic one.
I know.
Yeah, but it's your turn.
This is
But
your
you
this is your one chance.
I wanted it called out initially. And
It's on. We captured that on video.
Yep. And I will take the rest of my 15-foot move. Why is it saying 15 feet at 10 feet? Is it because Orthus is in the way?
Probably.
Are you on some kind of D&D 5e thing?
Dude, I have no idea.
Because D&D 5e makes people difficult terrain, even allies, but Starfinder does not.
That is 20 feet.
Was it?
Yeah. Back 1 would be 15.
Oh, okay. I guess you're right. All right. So, yeah, I move in another 15 feet. I've made my denouncement. I ready an action to fire at them. If they fire at us,
Well, it's gonna be a new round here in a minute. So, Claudia.
well, that's okay. It lasts until my next turn. So
We will move to. Start to move to here. And then we'll go to right here. We will.
Kyle, come in.
Go ahead.
Drawing a weapon and ready in action.
Okay, I mean, you're shooting through cover.
Don't shoot at them until they shoot at us.
I said ready in action.
Okay, what do you actually like to ready?
To shoot at them if they decide to go off after us.
Okay. Kyle.
All right. Y'all want me to try to come in through this back door down here?
Yes.
It is a movement action to open a door, isn't it?
Typically. Depends on the door. Some doors open as you approach them, but I doubt these are that kind.
These certainly do not.
I clicked it to open it, and it's still completely black.
Is it open now?
I.
Are you directly in front of the door or at an angle to it?
I'm right on top of it.
I don't know, man. I clicked it too. So
When you mouse over it, does it say open or
it
close
says
on the
closed.
door?
Now it says open.
Yeah, but it's still black.
Move through it and see what happens.
All right, can you move through it?
Apparently, but I see nothing. It's all black in here.
Try closing it and reopening the map. You can do that by double-clicking your token on your character sheet.
Yeah, if I click your token, man, you see stuff.
I closed it and reopened it. It's still black in there. I can see out the door, and that's it.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Like, that's all black. Everything in there. I can see out the door a little bit now. Everything's black in there. I can see out the front door.
Huh.
Do you have dark vision?
Oh, that's because there's no lighting in here. You don't have dark vision.
Huh.
I have low light vision.
Yeah, well, low light isn't no light, as I like to say. The rest of us
Yeah.
have dark vision, so.
That makes sense.
Mike, are the lights on in this building?
No, the Angelo sisters don't need lights because they have
well,
dark
there's
vision.
no lights, Grove. You'll have to turn on a flashlight.
Because they have dark vision. But it doesn't matter. Even he
And
double
they're-
moved, so.
And they're trying to be sneaky.
Okay, so she picks up her pistol and gets some cover behind here. She goes ahead and knocks over the table, uses it as cover. You go to
Establishment.
Fairbanks.
Fairbanks, get in here and talk them down.
I'm trying.
They're quite unfriendly to you,
There
though.
we go. Okay.
How do I turn on the light that my Aeon Stone is giving me?
How much light does it provide?
It says it glows with a bright light.
How far?
Increases the light level in squares by 1 step.
In what squares?
There should be a token light Mike can put on you. But I'm not sure. I mean, if it's only 5 foot, it's like a candle.
Are they talking about the iridescent spindle?
Yeah, the Aeon Stone.
Mike, if you open up the
Okay, as a
configuration
standard
in the
action, you have to activate or
Token light.
deactivate the illumination. Now what?
there are token lights under the options thing.
What option thing?
Under the tools in the sidebar, there's the gear. This is options. On the bottom of that, there's a button that says token lights, and it opens
Okay,
up
you need to stop. Okay, on the
Okay.
tool tab. Okay, now what?
the options
Okay,
gear.
got it.
At the bottom of the options window, there is a tokens light button.
Yes,
If you click on that, it opens up token lights.
I hear. Okay, I see them.
I'm not sure which one he needs. I'm not sure what they do. I've never used them, but it looks like spell light is bright light for 20, dim light for 40. I don't know if you just drop these on his character or drop them on the combat tracker. I don't know. Sounds like all kinds of fun things we can try.
Is it a torch?
There is a torch. A torch is basically the same thing, but it has a duration. So I'm betting you drop them in the combat tracker. Candle has 0 bright light, but 5 dim. Lamp is 1545. I mean, it's probably possible to alter them. I don't know.
So Kyle can't activate it this turn anyway.
Sure. But when he can.
I don't know how to do this.
I really think you just drag it on top of his line in the combat tracker.
Yeah, I tried that.
That didn't work.
No.
Maybe drop it on his token on the map.
Let's try that.
That did some definite lighting. I don't know what you gave him, but oof, everything got bright.
I don't know. I don't see anything.
Or maybe, well, the colors changed on my map. I'm assuming the other dark vision people have colors now.
Yep.
Yep.
Screw.
Yeah,
Can you see?
I can see now.
You can?
I don't know if that's going to move with him or. My other thought is I don't think the Aeon Stones produce that much light.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But that worked. Whatever you did worked. But I have no control over it.
Well, maybe we can move on for now and
Yeah.
figure it out more for next time.
Fairbanks, what'd you do?
Well, I was just coming in, and then I guess I'll just say, surrender. You're surrounded. I'm afraid it's time for you to give up. I promise you'll be treated fairly.
That's going to be a
Can
diplomacy.
I make a diplomacy roll in
Certainly.
the tower? All right.
Fair enough.
Oof. You let the killer of our sister go free. And then, screw you.
Who was their
Killer
sister?
of your sister? Who killed your sister? Who was your sister?
Balco. If you look in the initial colonists, the Ngalo sisters, these 4 burly women.
Oh, the half orcs. That's right.
Okay. One of them was killed by Balco when he got
That's right.
the
when he was
signal.
not in control of himself. I remember that now.
Well, we didn't have a means of dealing with it, and temporary insanity and that sort of thing. You could have brought this up in public, Anyway, I'm afraid we'll need you to surrender.
Well, that's not happening. Not with that roll.
Great. Well, in that case, I'll say, I'll just, Yep, I'll just do a hazard.
Don't hurt them. They haven't hurt us.
Oh, all right. I won't do it. All right. I will. If they do anything, I'll cast hazard
There you
in
go.
the midst of them.
As
Yeah.
long as we can keep them talking, the better. I have some questions I continue to want to ask them.
Fair enough.
She-
I'll ready that.
She joins her sister over here behind the table. Orthus.
I am going to.
You're gonna move. You're gonna target.
Yes, and I'm going to cast Incompetence.
Okay.
Casting spells is normally seems to be a aggressive action.
It is a spell that makes it so they cannot shoot as well, and that is it.
Well, yes, but you're targeting them and doing magical gestures and lights and displays, and so they know you're casting at them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they. Or I should. Can I attempt sense motive, or can I tell that they are pretty much going to be shooting us anyways?
They have not shot us yet.
You can try to roll it.
Would you like it hidden or no?
No, you can roll it out. They look like they're orcs.
Yeah, they're half orcs.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will ready the action to cast Incompetence on that one the moment they make any sort of motion to shoot at us.
Oh, well, okay.
Yes, readying actions is good.
You done?
Yep. Oh.
Brian.
All right, so I am going to make my way around this table.
Stop where you are. You gonna keep going?
Oh, they yell, "Stop where I am."
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to talk. Is there anything we can do, albeit late, to make things better? Perhaps we can bring Balco back in and have an inquiry and perhaps a trial. At the time, it seemed that he was not in control of his faculties as he was affected by a deep space signal that changed him.
Give me diplomacy in the tower.
Yeah, it's never going to be high enough to change them with their hostile attitude, but I'll roll it anyway. Even at a natural 20, it will not be high enough. Unless you give me a lot of bonus.
A trial's not gonna work. He needs to die.
Well, we are not the trial could decide that, but his actions were not by his choice, and he was saddened by the results when he was made aware of them.
One more step and we shoot.
I'm not moving.
You're trespassing.
Nor am I stepping. Well, you are about to commit a terrorist act against Sanctuary. Someone had to
An
do
alleged
something.
act.
Where's the acid?
You see,
Give up
you see vats
and-
of acid all over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing all of these things are.
Yeah. Those are industrial freaking chemicals used for industrial things.
Right, sense motive.
Sure.
Not that I'm very good at it, but I honestly believe it. I understand, but the large numbers are not in order.
I don't know. Does having a
of,
bunch of fertilizer make you a terrorist?
well,
If that was a bunch of fertilizer, sure. But that's high grade acid.
Hey, man.
the cult of Nomen has grown to make people uneasy. It seems that it is your doing that this cult has been created.
We didn't create the cult.
Are you utilizing it for a cover?
The colony's growing too big and too fast.
The colony is growing very fast. It's a good thing, but it can be stressful for many. Can we put down the weapons and have a peaceful conversation about this? And I will sheath my weapon.
Just you. Everybody else get out.
Friends, please exit the
Oh,
building.
come on. I'm not even holding a weapon. Why don't I help?
I don't trust that guy. He keeps naming things after himself.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't name anything after myself. Those are descriptive words.
It would be fair to say that you're not welcome here.
You're not welcome.
Just the brain, nobody else.
He's very squishy.
I am in radio communication with all of you. If there is a problem, I will call for assistance.
Or he just one shot, coup de grace.
I could just die. You're right. There are 3 of them.
This is your
They
choice.
are
I'll leave if
burly.
you say it.
Yeah, at that point, we definitely have to murder them.
I will pause combat and let you guys leave.
I don't like that.
This is the outcome I would prefer.
I have unlocked the tokens.
Brian, are you sure about this?
As sure as I can be.
All right. Stay in communication.
Check it on your camera there, freaking Kyle. You see, you have thousands of viewers.
We decided to live stream this? I thought we were just recording it.
Oh, wait. Is Kyle in there? I don't even remember.
He's down there. He's definitely in there. And they have dark vision. Kyle, are you going to back out or...
It's
Set
not
the
my
camera down.
Round.
Oh, no, I paused combat tracker and unlock tokens.
Oh, okay.
All right, now you can move forward. And they holster their weapons.
I move in calmly, but confidently.
None of us want to die. We want justice
Nor
for
do
our
we.
sister.
As do we. As justice does not have to mean death. Do we really need more death or destruction?
Yeah?
Can we set this table up properly? This is just ridiculous.
Okay, they fixed the table.
Brian takes a seat.
I thought you
I'm
float.
not the diplomatic one.
You have chosen violence.
You chose the violence.
The incident when it occurred is not fresh in my mind. I'm sure it's much more vivid in all of yours. Could you provide a recounting of the event when Balco took your sister's life?
We all woke up to explosions, and then we saw Balco walk out, and then you guys let him go.
Okay, so we don't know for certain that he caused the explosions.
Yeah, you guys do.
He caused.
Yeah, he killed the sister. But he had no control of himself though.
But he was not in control of himself because he was becoming undead.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing he could have done to stop himself.
And there's nothing I could do to convince them of that fact.
I don't know. You tell me.
Perhaps we can get Elenez to provide an accounting of when he became undead, or when they became undead, to corroborate Balco's story. Um, it seems to me like it would be a very intense, uh, altering experience for an individual. Um, I can't say for certain uh, how it would be, but my understanding is he was completely out of control of his actions.
Okay, well, the oldest sister, she speaks up. I don't know, whatever one. That's not Thally.
I keep my communicator locked open so that everyone can hear it and it goes through for the recording.
None of us want to die here. How do we all leave here?
Well, for one thing, we have to ensure that no structural damage is done to the community. We must ensure the peaceful continuation of sanctuary. We're all here for our own reasons, but none of us is here to hurt the other. At this point, you say you are not involved at all with the cult of Nomen.
Oh, we definitely were using the cults to.
To further your ends.
Yes.
I see. Do you know anything more about the cult, or did you just pick up the name because you saw that it was striking fear and it would provide a good cover?
Okay, the Ferrulet, she's the eldest. She joined the cult early on and convinced her sisters to join. Okay, they're responsible for secretly constructing the shields from scrap metal at the behest of the cult's founder.
Ooh, so you know the founder.
Yeah, his name is Revner Dale. He was a traveling grifter. He's long since left and absconded with the profits from the sales, leaving the sisters pretty much as the de facto leaders.
How many members do you have?
They don't exactly know. They're not very organized, and they can't give a complete listing of the cult members. It's grown beyond Ravner's initial scam.
Do you believe in this cult of Nomen? Is it worth progressing?
No, they just need something to believe in.
I wish you could believe in sanctuary.
Well, Thally believed in sanctuary. She's the one that convinced us to come here, and now she's dead.
I see.
Not even undead, but dead.
I see. That is very, very saddening.
How about this? You arrange, for Balco or somebody to pay for a resurrection, and our sister.
Has she been maintained? Is that even possible?
It isn't a spell. It doesn't matter as long as you have any part of the body, you can do it.
Oh my god, I don't know. Hold on.
Resurrection.
Reincarnate. Is there reincarnate in Starfinder?
Didn't that?
That's a little different.
Didn't that work out not so good for our Kasatha freaking ferret?
Oh, I don't know. It seemed fine.
I don't know. My tail came back on the wrong side.
Yeah. Isn't there a raised dead spell?
You don't want raised dead.
No, you want resurrection or something if you want to bring her back the same. That's going to be going to be an extremely high level spell.
Resurrection, raised dead would have worked if it was very quickly done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me actually.
There is reincarnate. I don't find a resurrection.
Where's the damn project thing? Okay.
I thought there was a resurrection.
Bring a target dead creature back to life in a random body. That's not really what we want.
No.
Yeah.
Spells. Probably a mystic spell, right?
I think it is raised dead. I don't. It's.
All right, so raise dead, restore life to deceased creature. You can raise
1 day per caster
that has been
level,
dead
yeah.
no longer than 1 day per caster level. This is
Damn.
a 5th level Witch Warper spell. So 5th level, you're talking about what level do Witch Warpers get 5th level spells, Fairbanks?
Hold on.
It doesn't matter.
It's probably
she's been dead for months,
9.
guys.
Yeah, she's been dead way too long for this to be possible.
Yeah.
What about as a What about-
Reincarnate says 1 week.
How does corpse soldiers get made?
I don't know anything about that. Maybe Elenez does.
I'm talking about. So they understand that raised dead's not going to work because of the length of time that she's been dead.
Yeah, I have to be
No.
13th level to cast a 5th level spell.
Yeah, so that's 13 days. It's still not gonna.
Out of character
Actually,
though,
what'll
how are
happen?
corpse soldiers made?
Yeah, I don't know. So what Brian says is, I don't know enough about these magics to know whether or not your sister can be resurrected or returned to normal. But what if we investigate this as much as possible and see what can be done? Perhaps Elenez knows something. Perhaps she can be returned in some manner, if even if not fully returned. I don't know how it would affect her her personality or her soul itself. Perhaps we can find someone that can talk to her soul. Perhaps she would prefer not animating a corpse.
Yeah,
There's
'cause
a lot that
you
we
could
can
too
look
talk to
into.
undead, so. Because there's talk to like corpse some shit in there.
Speak to dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, speak with dead is
That's only
a
a
3rd level witch
spell.
warper spell. Um,
I actually want to know how undead are created now.
That's an Eox thing.
but I mean, I don't have that.
I'm sure you can find somebody.
Yeah, we could find somebody who can cast 3rd level spells. And if that's the case, if we got somebody around doing that, it like here in Sanctuary, maybe they could be helping us.
Bodies of the dead can, if in good enough condition, be magically made into corpse folk, free-willed and intelligent undead who remember much of their past lives. For lone necromancers, this magic is possible only if the corpse is of a recently deceased or has been preserved shortly after death.
Okay, so
However, the bone sages of Eox have learned to magically repair even badly damaged corpses and those decayed beyond what was usable for lesser necromancers.
where are
As
you
a
reading
result,
that?
corpse folk make up much of the population of Eox. I am reading this under the description of corpse folk in Alien Archive 2.
Okay. So how do we do that?
We speak with the coalition from Eox, the charter from Eox.
Is there one?
There must be. I hope there is. Maybe we ask the Starfinder Society if they can figure it out.
Options.
There's very many options that we can look into. My
Okay, as long as
my-
you promise that we will honestly and with fidelity pursue either like a raised dead, or if we communicate with undead and try to get her raised if it comes down to that, then we will go ahead and we will stop this and we will dissolve the cult,
that would be best for
because then we will be made whole
We would love to help you as
and
much
no
as we
consequences to us since we haven't done anything wrong yet.
technically, no wrongdoing has occurred. Obviously, use the acid as it is intended, appropriately, and we certainly appreciate your continued labor for the charter and the settlement.
Okay, the oldest sister raises her hand over to shake your hand.
My hand is very small. Please be gentle.
Take my strong hand. Oh man, I love that movie. Okay, So you guys have successfully live streamed this event.
I think we looked pretty good.
I mean, it went better than it could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have gone in guns blazing, and that would have been just bad.
Tossed a grenade on the acid and walked away.
I suppose.
Ugh.
Kyle's miserable.
Kyle's like, I just want to kill everybody. Okay.
I only want to kill people that do things that deserve to get them killed.
Okay, so you have resolved this.
What a 5-day that had been.
How do I get rid of these people from the tracker?
At the bottom of the tracker, there's a menu button. Right click, choose the trash can, delete, add enemies.
Oh, it said delete from tracker.
Yeah, and then the next thing it'll
delete.
It'll open up a radio menu.
Delete
and you can
all
choose
foes or non-friendly.
Either way, it'll do it.
Look at that.
And then you can also go in there and then go to initiative, and then there's a circle that says clear initiatives, and that'll clear the round too.
Oh, okay.
Basically, how you end combat.
Yeah, you may want to go ahead and fix that Eco 2.
Yeah, just delete it from the thing, from the combat track. Right click Eco 2, delete, and then you can go to my character sheet.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
All the
Two
brains.
brains. Okay, so you guys have managed to successfully defuse the situation from going bad. A lesser group would have just gone in loud.
Right.
I wonder how many days did we have left before they were going to take action?
They really didn't have too many plans.
Well, I mean, it took us 4 days to figure out where they were.
What is so hilarious here?
You've got issues, man. Let's just run the game.
Yeah, you are laughing at your own posts.
Oh man, I remember that movie so fondly. Take my straw, man.
I didn't even realize he posted that, so I just thought he was laughing at nothing.
Oh man. Anyways, so 16th of Rova is over now.
Yay.
Oh, does that mean we're up to a debate day?
Yep, it's a debate day. Only one person can take this debate stage?
Go ahead, Fairbanks.
All right.
So it's evening of the 17th. This is do you agree with the following debate conditions that they take place in the town square?
Sure.
On a stage at a table.
Sure.
So you will be next to Diedrich.
I think that's excellent.
Okay.
We need someone to debate, and I'm just going, I think there's still a minute.
I will say if we've agreed to that though, by the way, I'm gonna ask a couple people like probably especially Kyle and Orthus to be just keeping an eye out in case there's something going on. Just because of the way Mike said that makes me think that there's like a bomb under the table.
No.
And, just before we start, I'm going to do a little just a little breathing to get myself ready, and I'll also cast Charming Veneer on myself, which gives me a +1 circumstance bonus to charisma checks and charisma-based skill checks.
Sounds beautiful to me. Now, how
What's
do
the
I roll?
duration
How
on
do I
that?
roll a
One round?
save for you?
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes is pretty good.
How can I roll a saving throw for him?
Just
For
open
who?
up his character sheet.
I got it open. So
Just double click on whichever save
Oh,
you want.
okay. Just
And it won't
asking.
even show us. It just does it for you, and you can see what it is. We see the
Hmm.
die shadow. That's it.
Okay.
We have no idea what you're rolling or anything.
Okay.
And just let me know if it's
So
supposed to affect how I behave.
okay, so the three debates you can the same person is allowed to debate the same this you don't have to split it up or anything like that if you don't want.
We can have our best diplomat do
Yes.
every debate. Yeah.
To determine what's up.
Can I just ask one thing? Did I sense anything going on? Any sort of magical effect?
Did you? Well, yeah, you just freaking cast your spell.
Other than me casting Charming Veneer.
I don't
I mean,
know.
did I notice anything going on? That's all.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying like something that might make me think I should cast Detect Magic to see if there's some sort of device here.
There is no device there.
Or I don't know, something. Or somebody cast a spell on me.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
Okay,
Okay.
so how to determine debate performance, have the participating PC attempt a bluff, diplomacy, or relevant profession check opposed by the other person.
Okay. Great.
So do you want to say anything special about, it's just basically that she's going to twist everything you guys did in the colony,
Sure.
good or bad, and she's going to twist it to like the negative aspect of it. So the fact that you didn't bring the sisters to justice for attempted terrorist, she's gonna put you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, Fairbanks will step up and just say, fellow colonists, you saw the same things we did, and I ask you, would you like those in a position of authority to treat you just as fairly? Would you like, or would you prefer summary judgment
Kyle's like,
and the sort
hang him.
Oh, at least let me roll my diplomacy before people say that.
Certainly.
No, he was saying Kyle was saying
Kyle
that.
was saying that.
Oh, Kyle's saying that. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, a 1.
Oh, damn it. Well, wait, that's opposed by her. That's opposed by her.
You're right. You're 13.
And that's not a and that's a 13
Let me
minimum.
roll her. Allow me to roll her opposing skill, which is plus 12.
What?
Well, she turns it around, and then people are like, "Yeah, Deirdre, yeah."
How does she get a plus
Just a
12 when
sporting
I have
man?
a plus 11?
Well,
I have the maximum I could have at this level.
well, she's a CR2 NPC.
Why isn't she doing more for us
She
then?
has an 18 in charisma.
Because she's a bitch.
Yeah.
So do I.
So I think you lost this one.
I also get a plus 2 racial bonus to diplomacy checks.
Hey, it's okay. You can't win everything.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Maybe she just
sounds like
brushed
it's
her
unfair.
cheek pouches the best this time around. Okay.
Oh,
See?
well, I've got a
Not
plus
go our
12
way.
as well, so it's just a straight D20 off.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been just as bad, Kyle. She'd have murdered us for that.
Exactly. All right,
It
so
doesn't
this
matter
is
what we
debate
do.
She
number
couldn't
2.
do that if she was dead.
Yeah, she was just
It's a smear campaign. She is going to
let
make
me
us
put it
look
this way:
bad
she
regardless.
doesn't have ill will against you guys. She just honestly
she
thinks
does.
that she would be a better administrator,
She has no idea what the job entails.
but she thinks that she should have gotten it in the first place.
Well, if they elect her, then
She
they'll
even
elect her.
tried. Wait, guys, if she gets elected, we don't have to do the administrative work anymore. I have a free week.
Free month.
Until she gives up and does this whole job, in which case she takes the job back.
I wonder what happens if she does win.
Oh, there actually is a section if she does win.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Everything goes bad, and then we got to fix it all again.
Yeah, pretty much.
She runs the settlement and the charter into the ground, and then we have to come back and
Fix
repair it.
See,
everything.
we should have just
Like
killed them.
400 unrest.
Oh dear.
Okay, so it's now the 18th of Rova. Should we just do the debate?
Sure.
Okay, because then
All right,
at the end of the month, you guys can like have your. Oh wait, at the beginning of the
All right.
month, you guys got your pay. I forgot to tell you guys that.
Oh, did we get paid again? I don't know if we got paid the last.
Can we make anything that will artificially or temporarily increase my charisma even more?
No,
What's our payment?
So what was it? 300 a month?
I don't know. What's good looking here? And I don't know. Do we have scrolls? Scrolls.
I don't remember what you were giving us. I think it was 300 a month.
Yeah, 300 UPBs a month, beginning of the month.
So we give ourselves 600.
No, 300 for Rova.
We said we're coming up
What
in a
about
month.
for Eridan?
So.
You guys got that pay?
We did?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
get that.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Well, I've got 832 UPBs. I'm pretty sure Desnus, Serenith, and Erestus would have covered that. I don't know. Maybe we did get paid.
I don't remember. You had also had to fix equal one quite a bit.
Yeah, and upgrade. All right, so
Yeah, I think we did.
300.
It's the 18th of Rova, and more people, just about half the colony, is now watching these debates. Because apparently Diedrich came out and had a good performance last night. What do you think,
We gotta do
Dave?
better this time, Fairbanks.
Well, I'm doing everything I can within
I
my
understand.
ability.
All right, same venue and everything.
All right, I will also be casting Charming Veneer for this one again
Okay.
to give me a +1. All right, yeah, I'll come out and say, do you really want this incompetent shyster involved? She's never even been promoted.
That's because they're keeping me down.
Yes, at some point, you're being kept down for incompetence.
Now it's looking, this person's getting nasty. Do you really want negative people to run this colony?
Nothing you say is anything but negative. She fell into my trap.
Now you're going to go ahead and make a negative statement about being negative. So I'm positive.
Yes, positively incompetent.
Roll it. You can roll it out.
I did.
You can roll it out to the tower. Oh, you roll it in the tower even. Okay. Well, okay. You rolled it. Okay. I see. Okay. I need to roll this. Okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, come on. That's just ridiculous. I assume
It
I've
is.
lost again somehow.
You made it negative.
No, I made it positive.
Positively negative.
Well, I did my best.
Honestly, she just happened to roll really good.
Exactly. That's okay. I'm just saying, this to me
You guys have
sucks.
You guys have done quite a bit of goodwill. Okay.
That is
So-
one thing I like about
many
Final
days
Fantasy
is-
Second Edition is there's no
Just
post rolls.
just debating is not gonna solve this. It's not gonna be the end the badness.
How many days of goodwill was there supposed to be?
No, it's
or
just
of the-
every event that you've guys done and the canvassing for the votes. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many days of canvas?
well, you could probably do today if you like. That'd be your last day.
Okay, so there's 3 days and 3 debates, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, because we've only done 2 days of canvassing. So
yeah.
I helped an old lady cross the road.
So the overall idea of this debate was it was close, but Deirdre just came out on top just a little bit.
your appearance just throws people off, Fairbanks.
Yeah,
It's-
maybe
I
she
have a charming veneer.
your
Yeah,
your
but-
hat tassels were bothering them.
she's a Yosoki. She's got the cute factor.
And she's she'd been doing something with her cheek pouches, you know.
She has an
Stuff, and
assassin.
that's what it is.
She has a stalker assassin rifle hidden in them.
It's the heels, man. It's the heels. She looks more presidential.
She's patting the pouches. That's what's going on.
Okay, so do you want to guys do canvas for votes?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I?
Everybody
do we have
can
a
aid.
chance?
Diplomacy to aid.
Okay, great.
You guys have actually done quite a bit. This over the
All right.
events.
I'll roll diplomacy. This is without charming veneer because I read it. I can only cast it on myself once a day.
I got you.
So I'm saving it for the third debate.
Which is the 19th of Rova. So you guys have successfully aided, and you managed to get some good, baby kissing.
Oh, I don't know.
Even Kyle was able to help out with the baby
That's
kissing.
really another thing. Oopsies. Sorry.
Is there any chance during this time I could make a serum
That was the wrong
serum
skill
of
anyways.
enhancement diplomat?
No.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't
Right
think
there.
so. It's a level 5 thing.
Okay, then no.
Being dumb
No.
again. Whatever.
You guys managed to score enough, to have a success for canvassing. So people know
It would
you.
only give me an extra +2 for 10 minutes.
People like you.
All right.
People like you. You just
And damn it, we're
debates.
good looking.
The debates, man. She's just been managed to get over on you.
I'm not sure how with what she's been saying.
I know. What she's been saying is garbage.
Yeah, I know.
It's utter garbage.
Sometimes people believe the lies.
Yep. So
That's unfortunately accurate. I don't like it. It's true.
Fake news. Fake news.
It's true
Yeah, no, that's
reality.
all she's saying.
Fake
she's
news.
just saying she's debating by saying fake news.
Well, it won. It works apparently.
This is too close
Yes.
to reality. I don't like it.
Love it or leave it, baby. Love it or leave it. Okay, so it's the 19th of Rova, the last debate. Do you want to do the same setup?
Ooh, okay, wait. Can Brian make a improvisation adornment?
Oh, certainly.
Mark 1. It's
What's
a
it
level
take?
4 item. It gives me a reroll and take the better result on
It's a level what item?
it's a level 4 item.
No,
I don't
I
think you
can't make
can.
it.
No,
We only
level
have
1.
2 ranks. We're level 2.
I
You
know.
can't make level 4 items yet.
Damn it. If he could, I could basically, roll and take the better bit of luck or advantage, whatever you want to call it, for diplomacy checks. All right. So it's the third debate. Is that it?
Do what?
It's the third debate then?
It
Are we
is.
going to that,
You're
or
gonna do like the table thing again?
Can we do
Yep.
podiums?
Podiums. Okay.
yes,
I mean,
let's ask for
Show
podiums.
your height compared to hers.
Yes,
okay.
that's good. That's a good point. Yes, we ask
Yes.
for podiums for the third
Okay,
debate.
go for podiums.
Separate podiums.
Separate podiums, but like next to but near each other.
No,
Yeah,
no.
on
We
the
ask
same
for the
stage.
third debate to do them on the. No, we want them on opposite sides. She's got some effect going on.
Like opposite sides of the stage.
Sure, or
Okay.
just like separate from each other.
Okay.
And in fact, actually, can I
Yeah,
cast
put the
like detect
moderator in the
magic?
middle.
Yeah, you can cast detect magic.
Okay, I cast detect magic. Do I pick up on any magical effects going on?
Yeah, she's got something going on.
Oh.
Hmm. Okay,
I mean,
Like,
you've been using magic to make yourself better too, so
that
you can't
doesn't.
really color on it.
Okay, fine. I could.
mean,
I
you
haven't
can,
cast it
but-
yet today. As long as I keep concentrating on it for like a few seconds, I'll know the source of it, if it's from a spell, magic item, and the caster level of the effect.
Okay, you notice that she hasn't been playing exactly fair. She
I'll go
is
figure.
a minor telepath, and she looks like she's been detecting thoughts on you as a spell-like ability, trying to gain edge during the debate.
Guard your
Mm.
thoughts.
And she's been casting detect thoughts on me during the debate, which is giving her like an advantage in the
It
debate.
gives her a +4 circumstance bonus.
So
Oh,
she's
well,
been using spells against you as opposed to spells that just help herself.
Allegedly.
Exactly.
She's been
But
attacking you.
there's-
Maybe you should bring that up.
But there's no way you could probably prove it, though.
Okay, that's fine. Do I have any idea how long that lasts? She can just do that at will?
How about the
Um,
range?
That's what I meant, the range, yeah.
It's enough
Or
that
the
she
range.
does it right when the debate starts, basically.
Mm.
Okay, well then I just move so I'm not near where she's thinking, where she can see me before it. I want to take away the. Can I reposition myself so that she can't
passed
do it?
You passed today's save, so you're okay today.
You fight her
great.
off, and that's probably why you know she's doing it.
Exactly. That's why you know.
All right, I'll take that. All right, then I cast Charming Veneer on myself, and I just say, I'd like you all to know that my opponent here has been manipulating you magically. I say after I cast Charming Veneer out of sight.
She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you're scared that you're getting your ass kicked in these debates.
Oh yes, I think the people don't believe you. I think they believe me. I'm going to roll diplomacy in the tower.
I don't like that laugh.
She hasn't rolled yet.
I know. I gotta get it. But it's like it wasn't that great of a roll.
I understand. I still have a plus 12. Now she doesn't. Now she has a plus 8.
Her presence isn't so great on a stage.
Apparently not. She's like gonna roll like an 18 or something.
You're much better when you're actually with the people and talking to them.
Yeah, you're not good in front of a stage. She rolled an 18, so her plus 12.
It was right.
So
I guessed
30.
it on the nose.
And you rolled a 14, so you got 26.
Wait, what happened to the 4 circumstance bonus? Isn't that gone, you said?
She didn't get
Wait, I rolled a 14?
Yeah, you rolled a 14.
For a 26, so we
They
tied.
could both be
No,
26,
she got
yeah.
she got 18. And
So
she
she
got
has
a plus
12
but she has a
without
plus
the
8
circumstance
instead
bonus?
of a plus
Why does
12.
she have a plus 8?
What's her
Because she
Because
doesn't
you
have her
added
plus
the
4
results?
No.
circumstance
That
bonus.
plus 4 is on top of that.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, this is designed so that, like, I'm just saying, I just want to say, dice, fine. But my character is spec to have the maximum possible diplomacy ability at level 2.
If it's any consolation, Alex, the
It's not.
minus ones for the debate are much less magnitude than the 2s for going out and being with the people.
You've been a good sport, and I understand that this encounter is not fair to you. But
No, it's all right.
It's designed to be not fair to you.
I know. I'm not actually that mad. I'm more just pissed off. You know what it's like when
You're
you
pissed
have
off at dice.
I'm pissed off at the dice because there's at this point as a level 2 witch warper, I ain't good at shit except talking, and the one thing I'm good at is not
the dice
working.
hurting you for that.
I know, it's just annoying. But that's why we play. That's why we roll dice. It's all right. I'm past it. I'm an adult. All right. Well,
So
I guess
is it
it's
voting day?
Well, it can be. You guys can push the date up, but it's the 20th. And you guys want to do your charter because they were going to do it at the end of the month.
So we could do our. Well, we've already done our charter stuff for this month.
Yeah.
So can we just keep talking to people, I guess?
Yeah, but there's no mechanical benefit for it.
fair enough.
Let me do some.
Screw that. I want to know what happens in the election, mostly because
let's take 5 minutes, and I'm gonna do some
all right.
Count the numbers up.
Take 5. Make me some food.
Taking 5. I'm using the head.
Yeah.
We normally stop soon, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you guys the election results, and then probably.
Yeah, I figured. I was just curious because.
Be a shame if I told him he lost the election.
Yes, it would be bad if we lose.
Because he's not here, so. Ah.
Hasn't been 5 minutes yet. Oh, actually, it has. Never mind.
So I got all those pieces printed for you, Amber. You just want to mail to the same address as before?
Assuming you have this right address, yes. You should do 6 for the same address.
What was it? 60 Rosemary Lane?
Whoa.
Yes. Please don't. Yeah, I think we're recording.
That's as much as I was going to say.
Okay.
I mean, how many Rosemary Lanes are there?
I don't know. Let's figure it out. Go on the Google.
Well, Rosemary Lane was an actress. See, Rosemary Lane. I don't know. I got to go to the maps.
Doesn't matter. We'll just move on.
Yeah, I agree.
Many.
Many.
Like there's 3 in California alone.
Kyle, oh, not Kyle. Alex, you back it?
I'm back.
Jeez.
Yes.
Jeez.
Sorry about that.
All right, so
That was 5 minutes.
it's a 20th. We're just gonna push it up. We're just gonna push up the election thing. So the election goes well. Everybody votes. Okay, got like a 95% turnout. And it looks like you guys
90%.
managed
Wow,
to.
that's huge.
You guys got like a good 70% of the vote.
Oh, smash.
Yay.
So you have
Nice.
won, and even it, being the good sport she is, she concedes with badly feigned humility, but she knows that she's been beaten and she won't cause any more problems. She congratulates you
I don't
guys
believe
based
that.
on your you guys, and she will begrudgingly admit that perhaps you guys are actually what the colony is actually needs.
Okay, do you still need people to help you in your job or not?
She's like, I'm good. However, the dissatisfaction that she has provoked throughout the colony, pointing out some things that did not go ideally, has increased the unrest of your guys' charter by 2.
Blank. I guess we'll have to spend our next downtime week working on that.
Yep.
So,
All right.
did you annotate that?
I annotated it. Our unrest is at 3.
Okay, so you have a mild amount of unrest, not really that big of a deal.
It's not enough to cause any.
Do you want to know what would happen if you guys would have lost?
Yes.
But
If she
Yeah.
wins, she gloats. But her victory is short-lived because within a day, a public communication arrives from the charter patron stating that the election isn't sanctioned and the PCs are commanded to remain in charge.
Starfinder Society ain't playing that game.
It says dissatisfaction with this mandate is severe, increasing the charter's unrest by a number of vote points that she gained. So it would have been brutal.
oh,
It would have been like you would have gained like twice. Like you would have gained like 6 things of unrest.
Oh, wow.
So,
damn.
but she admits when she's defeated, and she says, you guys are the ones who are meant to be in charge, and she won't cause a problem anymore.
Rock on.
I know.
Well,
So that's actually what we're gonna call it for the night. This has been 3 hours of wonderful,
All right.
wonderful goodness. We'll be back
good times.
on looks like May 21st, which would actually be my first day of school summer.
May 21st.
Nice.
I'm sorry, 28th. Boo. Wait, 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I'm so
we
sorry.
can't-
I'm so freaking sorry. 14th. I'm on drugs apparently already.
Okay.
So the 14th.
I was like,
14th
okay,
is our
we
next
got
game,
a
September.
month in between games. All right.
No, the 14th of May. It's gonna be May. Okay.
It is May.
Fair enough.
It's not
It's May now.
Not
2
for me.
minutes
Not
into
for
May.
me. Not for me.
It's 2 minutes into May for me.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm calling the game, and you guys have a good night. I need to go help my wife.
All right.
Good night.
Take care.
It's 2 weeks.
Thanks for running it.